this song in my ear too long now. It's finally time to start. Sadly, I did not prepare a proper intro this time, which is unfortunate, but yeah, we'll just get started because I delayed long enough, I feel like. Because, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go for a good 4 hours with today's stream because I can afford to do it. And that's also going to be my plan, that they're all gonna be between 3 to 4 hours, not longer. Ah, well that's nice to hear, Fairy, that you are gonna go to a party. Hope the party goes good. Yeah, and I see now you want to play in Deutsch. Yeah, that was not gonna happen, Flygon. I guess I need to read the dialogue. I can't read its other languages. It would just be atrocious. By the way, I see now you said I had an echo. Is the echo gone? Or is the echo still there? Because it might have been it was an echo because I was uh, because I was in two places at once. I was both on Streamlabs open and I also was open on stream on the my own thing. Yeah, so it must have been that. I hope you guys enjoyed the opening cutscene. I know I enjoy it, and wait, I think my mouse is visible, so I'm gonna do it there. I'll have to, for next stream, figure out how to make chat show up in Streamlabs. Yeah, it's just buffering for some reason, Streamlabs. Well, at least I know the game is being captured. And you have to let me know if the gameplay audio is fine or if it's too loud. And yes, Junior is the canon name for the protagonist, but I'm not gonna name him Junior because it's a very boring name, I would say, for a protagonist, just be called Junior. They're late. What are Teddy and Ivy doing? You won't have time to play Digimon Online. I want Ivy to come, but Teddy and his big mouth told her. They should have gotten a login pass ahead of time. Yeah, he's just waiting there. His friends being very slow. Of course, news. This just in. International Police, SAP, have located European headquarters of crime group AOA. Together with the army, they raided their headquarters at midnight last night and have arrested the leaders of the AOA inside the compound. Officials believe these arrests will connect recent inter-terrorism to the AOA. AOA, that's the Digimon that did bad things with Digimon. Yeah, sorry, that's the group that. I don't know how I read that sentence. I'll try again. AOA, that's the group that did bad things with Digimon. Man, my brain read ahead of time. I can't believe anyone would make Digimons do bad things. Thanks for waiting, Junior. Sorry we're late. Junior, why are you talking to yourself? It's creepy. About time, Teddy. And why is Ivy here in the first place? You always say that Digimon are for kids. Hey, I'm interested in Digimon Online, okay? And I never said that I hated Digimon. Yeah, poor Teddy's getting a meltdown because they're fighting. Junior, Ivy, come on, let's go to the online center. Nod. Yeah, one could tell with the dialogue that it is an old game. But that's the charm, that it's an old game. At least I feel that. So, this is the Megami Online Center. Cool! Yeah, this is the matrix system. It digitizes our ideas and thoughts and sends them to the net. I wonder how it works. I want to see what makes it tick. Yeah, everyone just standing around. Hey, what are you two doing there? Come on, let's set up an account and log into the digital world. Yes, let's log into it. After all, I believe that's what I made my stream title. Welcome to the Megami Online Center. This service is for those traveling into the digital world. Is this your first time playing Digimon Online? Nah. Before we set up your account, you will have to choose your partner Digimon. Choose one starter pack, A, B, or C. Each pack has 3 types of Digimons. A is a balanced pack, Kotemon, Renamon, Patamon. B is a powerful pack, Monmon, Agumon, Renamon. C is a maniac pack, Kumamon, Gyomon, Patamon. Which of the 3 would you like? Pondering. The protagonist has to be a bit slow-headed at this moment. I mean, he wouldn't be a gogglehead if he wasn't a bit dense in the head. Or at least in terms of the Digimon world. Come on, Junior, what are you worried about? Just pick a pack that has a Digimon you like. I can't help it. All the packs have Digimon I like. Not true for me though. True for the character, but not true for me. And Teddy is unbased, having Patamon as his favorite. In this game, Patamon stinks. You would actively make your time worse having Patamon. So Teddy, you're a fool. Which Digimon don't you like then? Don't get the pack that has Digimon you don't like and pick. There are no Digimon I don't like. Okay, confirmed. This guy the protagonist would have no problem having a team of Numemon, Sukamon, and Etemon. Confirmed. Since he has no one he dislikes, so he would have all those Digimons. And Teddy, how dare you dislike Gyomon? You do not disrespect Gyomon like that by saying he's your least favorite. You should be punished for saying you don't like Gyomon, Teddy. Because Gyomon is iconic. You cannot dislike Gyomon. I love all Digimon. Well, if you like all Digimon, then you don't have to worry. Come on, choose and let's go to the digital world. And of course, still have to think. Junior, you still haven't made up your mind? You better make up your mind or I'm going ahead. Have you all decided? Nope, not the protagonist. Junior, I'm really going to leave you here. Alright, he made up his mind. Okay, now register you and your partner Digimon now. Fancy screens that people thought would be the future. Welcome to Digimon Online. We will begin registration of your online account and partner Digimon. The account name will be your name in the digital world. Please choose your partner Digimon from one of the 3 starter packs. We will now start the process. Alright, first off, my name, and welcome Sterling. Sorry that I haven't made you a mod yet. I didn't know which Sterlings that popped up when I searched it up were yours, so I'm gonna do it after the fact, because I've taken note of your name. So for next stream, you will be a mod Sterling. For this time, you just have to be a regular viewer. If that's okay with you, Sterling. Anywho, let's just go with the simple name of Yuki. Even though I have Waxter in... there. Even though I have Quackster in the name, I am not gonna make that part of my name because I have to read that, so I'd rather just go Yuki. But for other games that might have like multiple names for like protagonists, then I might use the other part of my name, Quackster. But for now, just Yuki. Yes. Alright, now I could have a short little ramble about all the Digimons, because I've played this game a lot. It was one of my childhood games. And I've also done a lot of research on both the internal makings of the game and what requirements they need for digivolving and all that. And out of all these three packs, first of all of them have different amount of experience they need to level up. Because the game decided to divide them into, what is it, 5? Wait, no. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, like 5 different experience groups. So they all need varying amount, with only some Digimons having the exact same level thing. The fastest one to reach level 99 is Monmon. Then the second fastest is both Renamon and Guilmon. They both have the same experience group, so they're tied. Then afterwards becomes Kotemon, who's middle of the pack. Like he takes not super long, but he's not super fast to level up. He shares that category with Vmon, which is a secret partner Digimon you cannot get in any of the starter packs, because for some reason they wanted to do Vmon that way. Then we go into the slow category, and the second slowest is Agumon and Patamon. Both of them share that experience group where they take a long time to level up. And then the slowest one to level up of them all is Kumamon. He needs the most experience to reach level 99. And according to coding, I think it was, like, if one compared Monmon, the fastest level up, and Monmon, the slowest level up, I think Kumamon needed like over 50%, I think it was close to like 80% more experience than Monmon to reach level 99, which is absurd that he needs near double the amount of Monmon to reach level 99. I am not sure why they decided to have that many varying experience groups, nor why they felt the need to make Kumamon so slow at leveling up. I do not know why they did that, but that's a game mechanic. So, you heard earlier that I said Patamon sucks in this game. That's one of the reasons. Patamon is the second slowest to level up, tied with Agumon. However, Agumon doesn't suck because he has access to good Digivolutions early in the game, and he has a very good stat growth. Because they all have various stat growth of the main stats. Patamon, unfortunately, has a bad level up. Like he does not have good stat that would rank up per level up naturally. Patamon does not have that. Patamon just has bad stats across the board and is slow to level up. And his early game Digivolutions aren't that good. Like sure, he can play the support role, like they say, healing specialist. Like, Patamon can do that. However, that's pretty much all he's going to do. He is not gonna have a good time being combat oriented. Everyone else are capable combat specialists. As of Kotamon, he is the epitome of balance. Like, his stats are pretty balanced, then he has a kind of low speed growth and a good attack growth. Renamon has good magic growth, but then lacks a bit on the both physical attack and physical defense. Patamon excels at magic attack, magic defense, and somewhat on physical defense. Completely horrible in both speed and physical attack. Monmon is good at speed and defense, and then middling on everything else. Agumon is an all-rounder. Like, he has He only has one stat that's bad, and that's speed. But every other stat is high on Agumon. That's why I say he's good. He might be slow to level up, but he has good stats. Kumamon is good speed, attack, and defense, and then low on magical defense and magical attack. Guilmon, he's just good attack, good speed, and decent on everything else. He's supposed to be a glass cannon, Guilmon. And for this playthrough, I've thought long and hard of like who I want to do, and I think I am gonna do the main the I'm gonna do balance pack, and I'll just swap out Patamon at a later date when possible. So I'm mainly going to keep Kotamon and Renamon all the way through, but swap out Patamon. I'm gonna go balance. I'm aware that there probably exists a lot of people that have made playthroughs of Digimon World 3 that either gone balance and or powerful, because those are the most common ones, because pretty sure everyone is aware of Kumon's downsides. And since I'm playing the European version, I know I'm going to have to grind Kumamon off screen to access the post game. However, I feel like that will make for smoother gameplay if I leave Kumamon for off screen, solely because he is so slow to level up. Because yes, one argument is, oh, if he's so slow to level up, why don't you just start the game with him? That way he gets all the experience throughout the game. However, I'm gonna need to do some early game grinding, and I feel like it'd be a lot more fun if I had the faster level ups on my party compared to the slower ones. It just sucks that Guilmon is stuck with Patamon, and that Kumamon got the short end of the stick experience-wise, because otherwise I would have gone with the Mania Pack hands down. But because of Kumamon's short end of the stick with experience and Patamon just being there, I'm gonna skip on it. So therefore, I'm gonna do Kotamon, Renamon, Patamon. Because Renamon is always good, has good evolution options, and Kotamon is also very good. And also, I do really like Kotamon. So Patamon, he's probably gonna be around for a good bit of the playthrough because it's gonna take a little while before I can access the next Digimon I want in my party. But until then, I'll just have to stick with Patamon. Yes, balance pack. Registered 100%. Kusanagi City Online Center. Registration complete. Please head to the chamber room. Okay, Teddy, Ivy, let's go to the digital world. Hey, wait up, Junior. I'm not done registering. Yeah, they rushed Junior, or well, no, sorry, Yuki, because I changed the name. They rushed Yuki that he had to pick a Digimon, yet they weren't even done. That's so ridiculous. I understand it. I like Kotamon in this pack, or in this game, solely because his early Digivolutions are really solid. Like, I'll get into it in a second when I'm done with the main thing. Like, that's when I get more into the whole how Digivolution works and what they all get. I know probably some people will be like, if it's your first time seeing, oh, it's a bit spoiler, you already tell me who they're gonna get. But I'm not gonna say the whole evolution lines. I'm just gonna say what they get early game. Because they are the ones I'm gonna be using, the ones in the early game. Everything else, I'm not gonna say until they happen. So I'm gonna keep some mystery, but I already know exactly which Digimons are in the game and how they can connect to each other. I don't know from the top of my head the exact stats you need to unlock each of them, but I do know their other forms, how they unlock them. Wow, so this is the chamber room. I can start playing the game. This is exciting. What is your registered account name? It's Yuki. Yes, keeping an eye on how long I've been live. Confirm. Thank you. Please enter the chamber capsule over there. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the only reason they just went with weaponry. It's the same with Mon. His evolution line is the exact same thing. It it just follows a specific theme. And I guess in a sense, Kumamon also just follows a theme, his evolution. The Kumamon follows the theme of punching. Hotemon follows the theme of slashing. And then Mon is artillery. Yeah, all three of them just follow a weapon type for their evolutionary line. Hey, are you leaving without us? Junior, wait up! All chambers are called three. What the hell? I just saw that. I have not paid attention to it before, but all of the chambers were three. How are you supposed to know who's in which chamber if all of the chambers have the exact same name? Apparently, I tried to do some illegal thing there because I got access denied. I had to take a different route to get to, well, to the digital world. Login room, Asuka City. And yes, all the towns in this game has a theme. They have a theme with the city regions and all that. It's a theme. Well, that's good. Flygon. Wow, so this is the world of Digimon Online. Yuki, welcome to Asuka server. Please retrieve your Digimon data at the lobby. Huh? Digimon? Oh, I understand. I'll go right now. Main lobby. Yay, I can now walk around. Let's talk to these random guys. I'm not gonna talk to every NPC that I see, but I'm gonna try to talk to most of them. Newbie Shiro. The Matrix Chamber is an awesome machine. I can't believe that we're inside net. Maniac Philip. Aside from Digimon battles, you can card battle with your cards. You've got to be good at both to be world champ. I will get into card battles once I unlock it. But the card battle, let's just say it's mixed with the card battles in this game, the card battle minigame. It has its goods and it has its bads. The Digimon lab up ahead is where they study Digimon. I didn't read his name, sorry. Energetic Yuki. Hey, I'm Yuki. You can't be Yuki. I'm Yuki. How dare you? Digimon Online is so much fun. I'm really getting into it. You fraud. I am the only Yuki here. Every other Yuki have to change their name legally to become, I don't know, remove a letter. I don't care which letter. Either they just become Y, U, K, I, Uki, Ki, Yi, Yk. I don't know. Just, you're not allowed to be named Yuki. Exactly. They have to scramble around the letters. They cannot be Yuki. I'm Yuki. Digimon fan Mary. I want to Digimon my Digimon to Gallop. Okay. Sure. I know how to do that, but sure, that's a conversation. Lazy Allen. The thing above your head is called a satellite. It manages your data. Of course, I have one too, but you can't see it. Welcome. Here you can look at hints on how to play the game. This type of data will be displayed on your satellite. Yeah, this is a pretty bad thing. There is no indicator that says you have to talk to this person twice, but you have to talk to this person twice to be able to get your partner Digimon. If one doesn't know that, it's very misleading. It's unfortunate that they do that. Well, not necessarily. She could have any Digimon because as this game has, every partner Digimon can become each of the Digivolutions. Well, then it's a good thing that you're gonna follow along my playthrough then, Flygon, to help you out if you get lost, because as I said, I've played this game a lot. I have a lot of muscle memory from this game. Then, should I call out your partner Digimon? Yes, please. I understand. Yeah, that could be it too, that you picked the Maniac Pack. I will download the Digimon data from your satellite now. That becomes available later. And I believe, yeah, it's something that comes later in the game that you can nickname someone. I think it becomes available later. Uh, it's when a Baronmon can start showing up at a specific area that you have to go talk to him, and then he can change your name of your partner Digimons. So it's not to a good bit until you can change your names. Until then, your partners are stuck being called the Digimon that they are. Please wait at the online mark on the floor. Wow, I finally get to meet my Digimon. I can hardly wait. Yeah, I think you have to beat the first city first, and then work on your way to get into the second city before you can nickname your Digimon. So you have to go through like the first area. Oh, hey Yuki. Oh, wow. It's okay. This is actually neat. The person that says that is called Yuki. That's pretty neat that she actually reacted to the fact that I called myself Yuki. I don't know if that happens normally, but I did see that she reacted. She looked at him too when they said, "Hey, Yuki." So that was neat because I named myself Yuki and she's named Yuki. She also goes, "What? Oh, not me." Hey, what are you two doing? You're so slow. What? No, no, you're the one that's fast. That's the definition of being slow, Teddy. Hello? You can't just say, no, I was being fast. No, that means you were slow. Compared to me, you were slow. Don't you know how speed works, Teddy? Right, Ivy? No, my name is Kale. Don't forget it. Yeah, not Kyle, Kale. I do not know why she decided to go with the vegetable as her name. Kale? That's your account name? That's weird. It sounds like a guy's name. Hey, it's my choice, okay? I was too lazy, so I'm still Teddy. Alright? Pokemon, my boy. Renamon, whom the internet has ruined. And a guinea pig. Oh, cool. Here are my Digimon. Wow, I wonder who came up with this. Me too. Hey everyone, I'm Yuki. Nice to meet you. I'm going to fight my best. Thank you. Let's all aim to become world champ. Hi, I won't disappoint you. No, you will, Patamon. You've already disappointed me by existing. Sorry, Patamon. You failed. You already disappointed me. You existed. Okay, everyone, I'm counting on you, except for Patamon. I'm not counting on him to do anything. Let's go. Sucks that that little animation that he had there with the yeah, it's used. only this one time. They don't use that animation ever again. Because it's a cute animation. And also something Vmon got robbed of because Vmon's not any of the starter packs, so therefore he never has that yay animation. Okay, I'm heading out. Alright, let's split up from here. See you later. Alright. Central Sector, Asuka City. And as soon as you step out, tutorial. Oh, I haven't seen you before. Are you new here? Yeah, I just got my Digimon. Then I'll battle with you, boy. Don't worry if you don't understand the rules. Gaining experience is the important thing. Battle. Alright, here we go. This is the menuing. Pressing fight, you do a basic attack. Technique is where you do finishers. Now, as Flygon mentioned with Kumamon here, that he used Kumamon to beat his Quagamon. Now, everyone here has an MP bar, and a finisher. The catch with Kumamon though is that he starts with too little MP to use his finisher. So the only way Kumamon can fight at level 1 is just using basic attack. He can't even use his finisher because for some reason they thought Kumamon should start with 10 MP. While everyone else starts with over 100, Kumamon is the only one that starts with 10 MP. I think he needs like 16 or 18 to use his finisher, so for some reason, Kumamon just has the abysmal MP stat. Anyway, Hot Hand. Slash with sword and fire attack. Kotamon, Hot Hand. Bonk. Yeah, one shot. 165. Kuwagama defeated. Experience 4. And 50 bits. Yeah, either way, it is dumb. The Kumamon starts with so little MP. Yeah, I won! I one-shot you, fool! You were pretty good for a first tamer. You have potential to be world champ someday. That's my dream. In order to do that, you should learn more about Digimon. You should visit the Digimon lab before going outside the city. Digimon lab? Okay, I got it. Thanks. And also, do you have a folder bag? What? What's that? I see. You had better go to the Yellow Cruiser. They'll teach you all you need to know about card battles. Now go. I'm counting on you, kid. Ho 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 ho. It's sort of something I should start doing for old men when they laugh with a ho ho ho. Like, if you guys are familiar with the Ojo-sama laughter, I'm gonna start using that one. Whenever an old person has the ho ho ho, then I'm gonna say oh ho instead. That's how I'm gonna read it as instead. To make it more fun that every old person is Ojo-sama. There we go. All 3 Digimons following you. Alright. Lazy Yuka. Another lazy person. How should I raise my Digimon? The parameters differ depending on how you raise them. You can learn about Digivolution here. We'll give you data about some Digimon Digivolution. However, not all Digimon Digivolution can be taught. This is the Digivolution Navigation Desk. Want to hear Digivolution information? Yes. I'll show you clues on how to raise your Digimon to Digivolve. I'll display the data on your satellite, and I'll also do my best to explain what they mean with the vague information they provide. Pokemon can learn Agumon and Vmon types if you train machine intolerance. Alright, what this mean with can learn Agumon and Vmon types, it means just that his early Digivolutions are from the Agumon and Vmon line. That's who he starts the game with outside of his natural Digivolution. And if you train machine, it just means that at later point you can train it resistance elements, and you need to train machine to unlock another Digimon that is necessary to make an evolution that's paired up with the Agumon line. That's basically what this hint means. Monmon, once it learns Ultimate, train its Strength, Machine, and Wind Tolerance. This was pretty straightforward. It just means that once you get to Ultimate level with Monmon, that they want you to focus on training Strength, Machine Tolerance, and Wind Tolerance so that you can learn more Digivolutions through his Ultimate level. Because that is another thing. The main Digimons and any Digimon, the way they learn Digivolutions is by gaining experience points and hitting a certain level. Now, the main Digivolutions for every Digimon is at level 5, every partner Digimon at level 5 get their default champion Digimon. For example, for Patamon, that will be an Angemon. So at level 5, Patamon always gets Angemon. Then Ultimate, you learn when the partner Digimon becomes level 20. So at level 20, Patamon will learn Magna Angemon. And then level 40 is when you get your Mega level. So Patamon at level 40 would learn Seraphimon. That's just how to unlock the main Digivolutions, like their quote-unquote canon evolution. To unlock every other Digivolution, though, you have to train the Digivolution. Like you have to train Angemon to a certain degree, and then Angemon will teach you other Digimons, other Digivolutions. Yeah, as Flygon just pointed out, that Bearfist from Kumon costs 20, he has 10. It's ridiculous that he starts with 10. He should have started with 100 like everyone else, not start with 10. Kumon, train Wisdom and Spirit, which are hardest to increase. Now, it's a bit misleading with saying hardest to increase. It doesn't mean that it's literally hard to increase those stats. It just means he is naturally not efficient at those stats. Because naturally on level up, he won't get as much spirit. It is misleading with saying wisdom and spirit, which harder to increase, because he has a good natural wisdom growth. So wisdom, you don't have to train as much on Kubamon. It's mainly spirit that is hard to increase because he doesn't get many natural points in the spirit stat. Venomon trains spirit or strength and defense. I think it's also misleading to say or, because if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be and. You train a little bit of spirit, strength, and defense to learn some of her early game Digivolution. You need to train all three of them, not just two of the three. So a bit misleading with the or. Patamon, train wisdom or strength. That's what he needs to get early Digivolutions. Agumon, if you increase dark tolerance, it will learn dark type Digivolution. This is just hinting at Skull Greymon. And I do not see it as a spoiler saying Skull Greymon because Agumon is in it, Agumon's line is in the game, and Agumon has always been able to become Skull Greymon. So it just means, oh, if you train Dark Tolerance, you can get Skull Greymon. Because Agumon naturally gets Greymon as his default evolution. So you will always have the prerequisite to get Skull Greymon. Neomon, its parameters are partial, so the key is to strengthen its weaknesses. Yeah, it just means that some of his evolutions require training specific things, like a specific resistance tolerance to X amount, or training up its defense and wisdom spirit. That's all it means. that he doesn't really have any evolutions that are exclusively locked to his best stat, attack, and speed. And sadly, the game doesn't give you any information on Vmon. So I will give my own quick tutorial about Vmon. Vmon, he is quirkier than everyone else because he gets his natural evolution of XVmon at level 5. However, to get his ultimate, he doesn't just need to become level 20, you also need to train up Stingmon, whom he would learn through XVmon. That you need to have Stingmon reach, I think it is level 20, and then you get Pyldramon. That for Vmon to get his natural ultimate, you have to train another Digivolution. And he's the only instance in where that happens. Everyone else, it doesn't matter which Digivolution you use, you always get your main. But for Vmon exclusively, you have to go out of your way to train something else. Which is neat, because Pyldramon is a DNA Digivolution. It is a bit mean, though, that you have to go out of your way. And I believe it's the same thing for Vmon to get his Mega. He doesn't just need to be level 40, you also have to train up Pyldramon to a certain level to get his natural Mega. Everyone else, you don't have to use their main evolutions to get their main evolutions. You don't need to use them. Like I don't have to use Magna Angemon at all on Patamon to get Seraphimon. But Vmon, I have to use Pyldramon to get Imperial Dramon at level 40. So Vmon is quirky. And he also has the easiest time to learn all the other evolutionary brands. No, what you say there, Flagon, is like it's for Vmon, yes, but for everyone else, because as I said earlier, every other Digimon can become each other. So it's not just Vmon that can become XVmon, everyone can become XVmon. And the main thing is that they have different requirements to get Pyldramon. Vmon, only Vmon needs Stingmon at level 30, and then Vmon himself reaches level 20. But for everyone else to get Pyldramon, they just need to get XVmon and Stingmon to level 5. Now, there's a bot. Crap, how do I ban? Uh, I think one of the mods will have to do this because I do not know how to do it through here. But there's a bot there too that needs to be banned. I did not set up any auto bot because I just want to rush out starting stream. So if any of the mods can get on it, I'll be very grateful. Anyway, now to continue with the game. That's all the information. Well, good luck. Digimon Navi will teach you about Digimon techniques. Clues about Digimon battle and raising Digimons are provided. Yeah, I don't think I need to do that one. I am Dr. Kadomatsu, the leader in Digimon research. You can switch you can you can Digimon and switch Digimon in this Digimon lab. And thank you for taking care of the bot. Welcome to my lab. What do you want to do with your Digimon? Yeah, might as well show off the lab. There. You have the options switching out Digimon, Digivolve, and Digivolve chart. Switch Digimon, it just does that. You swap out with whatever you have in the bank, so to speak. However, you can also do this. So if I wanted to, I could just run around with Kotamon and Ranamon. But I'd rather walk around with 3 partner Digimons than to walk around with 2. So Patamon is still going to be joining around. until I can get my next partner that I want to use over Patamon. Oops. There we go. Digivolve. Once I get a Digivolution types, this is just all it does. It allows me to swap out which Digivolutions I have learned, because I can only walk around with 3 equipped Digivolutions at a time. And then load techniques, it is, well, just that. It's a way to be able to pass on techniques that each Digivolution type can learn. So it's basically just skill inheritance from other games. Like load technique is just skill inheritance. You have to put it in simpler JRPG terms. Oh, and as you see there on the side there with Kotemon's stats, like under level 1 HP, you see a little bar with symbols and numbers. I'll go through them. The first one that looks like a fist is strength. That determines the power of your physical strength and any technique that uses the strength stat. Repeat which part. Oh, hey, welcome, Vincent. Yeah, the bots are annoying. Well, what did you want me to repeat, Flygon? Ah, yes. As I said, each Digimon can learn each Digivolution type. So, Kotemon's, he will first learn Dinohumon. Then, as I level up Dinohumon, he will learn other Digimons, which will be Greymon and then one more. And then if I train Greymon, then I will learn the Greymon evolutionary branch. And if we say I have first slot Dinohumon, second slot Greymon, third slot blah blah, and I learn a fourth Digivolution, then I need to go to a lab, select change Digivolve type, and then swap out one of the 3 for the other Digimon that I want to use instead. That's what it means with Digivolve type. Like with change it out. That as I learn the other Digivolutions, I have to do that. And the load technique, it's just skill inheritance, because each Digimon have a set skills that they learn, and at a specific level, they will tell you, hey, you can load this technique. It just means that your other Digivolution types can use the same technique that the main Digimon that learned it would be. So for example, if a Digimon will learn something called Punch, and he reaches a level that can say, oh, load Punch, then the other 2 Digivolution types can also use the technique Punch. Just an example, they don't have a technique called that, but just as an example. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if they were to remake Digimon World 3, they would probably change it to be in the menu instead of needing to go to the lab, but since it's an older game, you have to go to the lab to do all those things. Anyway, continuing on with the parameters, say on Kotemon. The one below the the shield is a defense stat that determines how much damage taken with physical attacks. Pretty simple. The one below defense is the spirit stat. That is your magic attacking stat. It determines how much damage you do with all your magical skills. I say skills because those are the only things that use magic damage. Techniques. Because regular fight always calculates using physical stat. There's no way to calculate magic stat using attack. You can only use technique to use magic damage. And wisdom is your magic defense stat, as well as your magic accuracy. That's right, they have an accuracy system for the game, specifically for magic. It has an accuracy stats. So if you have a high wisdom, then you are more likely to land all your magic attacks compared to if you were to have low wisdom. So you can't just have high spirit and ignore your wisdom stat. If you want to make a magic attacker, you need to train out both of them. So that way you can dodge magic attacks better and then hit them more often. And then the one below the golden block is the speed stat. It looks like a little star shooting out, but it's supposed to be like a guy having green aura behind him. The speed stat is the most important stat in this game because it determines turn order in the sense of like how often you can act. Because this game has a pretty simple you act once, the opponent act once. However, if you have a higher speed stat than the opponent, then you can have the potential of you act 2 times before the opponent gets to act once, which is very detrimental to be able to attack multiple times. And also to prevent you from getting attacked multiple times by the opponent, because this same thing, if the opponent is faster than you, they can double you. And having high speed also determines how often you can evade attacks or block hits. Because they call evade, but they do like a block animation. So if you have a high speed stat, you're more likely to dodge attacks compared to if you have a low speed stat. So that's why I say speed is the most important stat, because it allows you to block hits and act multiple times. Which was why Patamon is on the lower end, because he has a low speed stat. His natural speed is very low. Agumon has the same problem, but at the very least, Agumon has high attack, defense, magic attack, magic defense. So even if Agumon naturally can't double things, at least he can eat hits for days without a problem. Unlike Patamon, that would only be able to eat hits if they are of the magic variety. If they're of the physical type, then depends. And the last one that is literally just a 1 with just some glitter is your charisma stat. The charisma stat determines various things that happens in the game. Like which characters you can interact, which NPCs you can interact with, and what you will do with said NPC. That is all determined by the charisma stat. So if you have a low charisma stat, then some NPCs will just talk to you and nothing else. But if you have a high charisma stat, then you can battle with the NPC instead of just talking to the NPC. So the charisma stat is very important. And things next to the main stats that I said that just have basic elemental things like fire, water, ice, a wing, lightning bolt, cog, darkness, those are your elemental resistances, and they do just that. They lower the damage you take from said element. And there is no triangle thing in this game. It just flat out the stat. Like if you have good machine tolerance, you take less damage from machine. If you have low machine tolerance, you take a lot of damage from machine. There's no like, oh, train up another resistance to lower your machine damage. Nope. Your machine damage is calculated only from your machine tolerance. As well as, of course, attack or wisdom, depending on what type of attack it is, but the amount is all determined by the specific tolerance. Yes, the bigger number you have, the less damage you take from said element. So if you have like 300 magic, 300 machine, then you take less damage from any machine attributed attacks compared to if you were to just have 100 machine. I keep forgetting triangle button. Yeah, it is very vague with that because it's an old game, but that's why I'm here to help out anyone that is interested in Digimon and wants to play this game. And then we have Digivolution chart. It is literally just that, a chart. Yeah, I don't think it's exactly like that, a percentage thing. Like if you have 300%, you get 300% damage. I think it's probably more of a reduction thing. That if you have 300, then it's get reduced by 300 in some way. I don't know the exact math, if it is 300% reduction or if it is like 30% reduction. I don't know the exact math, but it is a reduction, like higher number equals more reduction from the element, lower number means less. And here, that's it. There's nothing to be seen here on the evolution chart because I don't have an evolution type, but it's literally just that. It's a way to just see all your Digivolutions. Alright, so let's get out of the lab because I've done all the things I want with the lab. First things first, let's get into the inn. So I can make my way to a yellow cruiser that the old man told me to do. Oh, quick thing. Gatomon allows you to heal. Like that's your Pokemon Center lady. Gatomon is your Pokemon Center lady. And Gardevoir is your save guy. Like if you want to save the game, you have to talk to Gardevoir. And go this way into the underground path. Now if you go to the, I think it will be the right. Yeah, I think it will be, if you go to the right, down these stairs, yes, you have to pay to heal. The amount gets higher the later you go into the game. So it's cheap early game, expensive late game. But not super expensive because you get so much money by the late game. But here is a treasure chest that gives you 300 bits. So that's a good thing to get early game. So you can quack quack. Alright, now to go for the main path that's over to the left. Alright. This blue building is something that I cannot interact with yet, because it's tied with my charisma stat to be able to enter this building. Yeah, I understand it. And in here, the building with the yellow roof is the place with the thing, because as one can see, the sign has cards. So this is where you will learn about card battles. Yellow Cruiser. Cybermon. Huh? Oh, a new customer. Then I'll give you a folder bag. You can insert 3 folders that you've created. Folder? What's a folder? A folder is a set of 40 cards that you put together. You can find up to 4 of the same card you can put up to 4 of the same card in a set. Set of cards. What do you do with these? What do you do with those? Oh, you're impossible! To card battle! You battle other players! You draw cards, you put Digimon in the field, and battle. There's someone in the heat of battle. Tamer Naki. I drew Calamon, so I'm first. It's draw phase, so I'll take 6 from my deck. Yeah, I've got good cards. Now it's load phase, so I can put out a program card. Oh, I'll pass. Tamer Steve. I'll pass too. We both pass, so that's the end of load phase. Next, summon phase. Let's show our cards together. Alright, at the same time. Steve, I have 1 Candlemon. Naki, I've got 2 Hawkmon, 2 Agumon, and 2 Miramon. Are you making fun of me? No, I have a plan. A true tamer always battles with the full deck. Tamer Gloria, I'll make fire cannon against my Renamon. Obsolete with freeze bug, so what's next? You had freeze bug. Can't do anything, I pass. Tamer Wong. It's a blue folder, so I have 4 freeze bug. Okay, I'll pass too, so that's the end of compile phase. And it's battle phase. Let's add up the AP and HP of our Digimon. I've got 1 Groundmon, 18 AP, 20 HP. I have 3 Renamon at 4 AP, 4 HP, so 12 AP and HP total. But it's 3 cards, so at 12 AP, 12 HP, Taomon is summoned. Oh, that's right. So your AP and HP is now 24 and 24, so you win. Yes, I win. But battle is best 2 of 3, so it's not over yet. Folder harder you. See, it's very exciting. I don't think you'll get there that fast, but here's a folder bag. That'll fit 3 folders. I'll give you my customized practice folder too. Wow, thanks. I try my best. But I'm clueless on what they were talking about. Talk to Ken or Luke, they'll show you. As your partner improves, you can battle everyone. A good player is also a good tamer. So tamers with strong partners battle a lot. Okay, thanks for everything, Divermon. Good luck, see ya! Yeah, that tutorial that they have, it's alright, but since it's just a bunch of text and you don't actually see all the faces, it just becomes a bunch of words. So I will explain it better when I do my first card battle on what all those things that they said actually means. Because without visuals, it's just simply words. I'll teach you the rules of the cards. Yes, I'd love to. Okay, I'm sending data to your satellite. S energy. The cards are white, blue, green, red, black, and brown. S energy increases when you draw a card from the deck with that color. S energy is used when summoning Digimon above rookie level. S energy for summoning. When summoning Digimon, S energy with the same color is required. Champion Digimon costs 1 point, Ultimate costs 2 points, and Mega costs 3 points. Rookie Digimon can be summoned without S energy. Combos. A combo is when there are more than 3 of the same card in the field. The total amount of the combo cards will be added. If there are more than 4, there is a bonus. It just means if we have 3, it's just a simple math of multiplying by 3. Like the 3 cards, take their powers, multiply by 3. But if you have 4, then I think it becomes like an increase of like 0.5, 1.5 or something like that. So then it becomes like the 3 that you would add plus 1.5 or something like that, or all 4 calculated together plus 1.5 or something like that. But basically you get a bigger number the more of the same type of card you have summoned on the field. Like 3 gives you a combo, but having 4 gives you a higher combo. Collecting cards. When you win the battle, you get a booster. Boosters contain cards. You can receive boosters if you win against tamers. There's also a rumor that a particular Digimon has them. Cardmon. There's a Digimon called Cardmon hiding in this world. If you defeat Cardmon, you get boosters. It may hide in trees or water. Freezebug. Freezebug is a blue program card. PG stands for program. I just read it out as program because I know the game, and you will understand more if I say program than if I say blue PG card. When you use it after an opponent's program card, you can trash that card before it executes. Basically, it's like a Uno reverse in that sense. Like, oh, the opponent tries to attack your card, you use that one card, no, it doesn't happen. Like, nah, nope, none for you. That's basically what the freeze bug is. It's a way for you to cancel whatever the opponent was going to do. This is again no card. It is a powerful card, so if you get it, put it in your folder. Yeah. That's rule of thumb. If you do the minigame, you need to have freeze bug. It's not as important in the early game, but once we get to like the midpoint of the game and you go into card battles, you need to have freeze bug. Because then all the AIs, either they start having freeze bug or they start having strong program cards in where you benefit from having a freeze bug on yourself. So, freeze bug is a must-have card when you do the minigames. Rumors of special cards. There's a rumor of special cards not included in the boosters. The rumors is that some tamer has it, look for it and get it. Yeah, it just means that there are secret cards out there, and I'll try my best to get every single card in this playthrough. Because I'm gonna try to 100% it as much as I can. So I am going to get every card. Like all the secret cards I will get on screen. But other cards that are just from booster packs, I might just do off screen. Or at least off screen, grinding up the booster packs, but then open them on stream. So I want to try to have all the cards in the game. Don't try to memorize it all now, but learn it gradually by experience. What, do you want to hear the basic rules of cards? Sure. I'll display the info on your satellite. Card battle. This is fighting by means of a card game. Create your own deck from over 300 cards and battle with other tamers. Cards. There are 314 cards in total. You can own up to 9 of each. There are 2 types of cards, program cards and Digimon cards. Digimon card, cards to summon Digimon. There are 2 numbers on this card, AP and HP. AP is attack power and HP is hit points. When HP is 0, that Digimon will go into the trash. 5-3 means 5 AP and 3 HP. Or, if one takes these out of context, 5-3 can mean, for Americans, 3rd of May, for Europeans, 5th of March. Program cards. PG cards attack your opponent's hand or strengthen your own. There are different effects for each card. Read each card for information about its effect. Folders. Create a folder with 40 cards before a battle. Folders are required to battle. You can put up to 4 of the same card in a single folder. Set up a card battle. Whoever wins 2 sets first will win the battle. Select a folder before the battle, which will be your deck. Once you choose, the battle begins. One set is comprised of 6 phases. I will now explain each of the phases. Start phase. Determine who goes first. Whoever draws Calumon will go first. Draw phase. 6 cards will be drawn from the deck into your hand. If you cannot draw 6 cards in the phase, you lose. During the battle, your hand can have 10 cards max. Load phase. Select a program card to prepare for summon phase. Continue switching turns until both players pass. There are certain program cards you cannot use here. Summon phase. Select a Digimon card to summon a Digimon. You can summon up to 6 to the field. S energy is required to summon Digimon above rookies. Compile phase. Use your program cards for different effects. Continue switching turns until both players pass. All program cards can be used here. Battle phase. Digimon fight to decide the victor. Winner is decided by comparing AP and HP points. The one with 0 HP is the loser. That is the end of the set. The winner of the 2 sets wins the battle. You get a booster pack if you win. Yeah, what he didn't say was, if neither player gets 0 HP, then it is the one with the lower HP that loses. For example, if I survive with 1 HP, an opponent lives on 2 HP, I still lose, even if none of us reach 0. So it doesn't continue until one gets to 0, it's one attacking phase, and the one with the lowest HP loses. And they also have a special rule that if there is a draw, you always lose. The AI always wins the draw. No matter what, the AI always wins a draw. Which is bullcrap. I don't like when games do that, oh, a draw, it's not actually a draw means you lose. Because then you could have might as well just not have draw be a thing. Instead of going like, oh, it's a draw, you lose. Like, it's not a draw if I lose, then I lost. Because the definition of a draw is there's no winner. That's the definition of a draw. If you want to know more, ask Luke, have fun. I don't remember, can I actually fight these guys in the start here? No, you cannot fight them yet. Alright. So I will demonstrate it in real time later, the card battle. Alright, now that's all said and done, let's explore outside the city. Run away. I should go to the shops and buy some items. I always like exiting out of the inn, even though I can take different routes to the shops, because it's easier to be able to know when you get to the shops because you see the signs. Alright, now each sign here. This one, with the shield and sword, that means armory. That's where you buy weapons and armory. And this one, that looks like a golden medal with a red floppy-like thing, that's your healing items. And right now, what I want to buy is healing items. Which in this game, all healing items are dealt by Wizardmon. Goemon dabbles in accessories, and Gargramon deals in armory. We Wizardmon are in charge of the item shop. This is the pawn shop. Armory is run by we Gargramon. Welcome to this item shop. Buy. Power charge. Heal HP by 500. Costs 12 bits. So let's buy 10 of those. Life disc. That's an important item to get as well, because that's your way of reviving. That's your revive disc. It's called life disc. It's a bit misleading that revive disc is not the thing that actually revives you, but the life disc is the one that revives you. Yeah, revive disc, as you see there, it heals paralysis. I do not know why they decided to call the paralyzed heal revive, but they did, so heads up, you want life disc if you want to revive fallen partners. You don't want revive disc, you want life disc. Very misleading. Alright, let's leave the item shop. And let's finally head outside. Outside of Asuka City. But first, the bridge. The drawbridge. With the two guardsmen. Do they even have a name? D.O. Guard. All tamers start and end their journeys here. That is what Asuka City is about. Nope, they literally don't have a name. They're just both called D.O. Guard. This is Asuka City, the center of Asuka server. Alright, let's head out. Central Sector, Central Park. Not to be confused with Central Park, New York. Ryomon is where you train your stats, but I'll showcase it once I gain level ups, because you need to gain level to use the gym. These holes, all these potholes, will be relevant later in the game, but it's worth to take note of them, the potholes. Time to go and fetch this item over here. A power charge. The trees will also be relevant soon. Alright. First battle against a Tapermon. And Tapermon goes first, of course. Why did you dodge it, Cultimon? 47 damage. That's quite steep. Anyway, I'm gonna use my hot head and whack you with my stick. Yeah, he's slow, but that was just unlucky with him getting outsped by Tapirmon. Because he normally doesn't get outsped, it was just that one Tapirmon decided to be faster than the average Tapirmon. Because Kotamon is not that terribly slow. Because I can show the stats and compare all the stats before they level up. And you can see here, he has speed 33. That's actually not that bad. That's pretty decent, 33 speed. Renamon has 36 speed. So also, 33 is not that bad. That's pretty average. And then Patamon has 29. There it's slow, 29 compared to 33. So Kotamon is speedy compared to Patamon. Let's just see. Strength 20. And he has 45 defense, 48 spirit, 58 wisdom. So yeah, Patamon can only deal damage with his finisher move. If he runs out of MP, he's a sitting duck. But not in a good way. Like, he's not sitting duck in a good way, he's a sitting duck in a bad way. If he runs out of MP, because he has no physical power. Yep, it's a physical focus game, yep. So Patamon sucks because of that. And Renamon has 31, and Cultimon has 48. Yeah, as I said, it is because of the whole accuracy thing that Magic is bad. The fact that they have a whole accuracy thing going on. That even if you have like 500 wisdom, you're still likely to miss your magic attacks despite having a high stat on it. Whilst compared to speed, if you have high speed, then you're like never going to miss your hits. But magic, even if you have max wisdom, you can still miss. Which is just bad. Alright, first level up. Kotamon, level 2. And another thing that makes magic bad is that there's no fixed damage with magic. They're all rolls. Like, it's kind of like a Pokemon. It's a damage roll for magic attacks. So one magic move doesn't always do the same. Sometimes you do more damage, sometimes you do less damage. But physical attack, it's a fixed. You can get critical hits with physical attacks, but your normal output is the same no matter what. So if you do 300 damage to a Digimon, you will always do 300 damage. The only way it will be increased is if you increase your attack stats. That's the only way the 300 damage will not be 300. But magic, you can do varying from like, oh, average is 200, but then you have sometimes you do 300 damage, and other times you do 500 damage. It's very unreliable in that sense, magic. Because it's so random with what type of roll you get. And it's just at the moment I'm doing each one gets the first level ups. Like switching like that. But once they reach level 5 and get their champions, then I'm gonna use them in intervals. Like then I'm gonna use each rookie until they gain 5 levels. So then it might become streams where I just use only Kotemon and not Renamon because I'm gonna make them by intervals. But it's after they get to champion level. Solely because it will be so much menuing if I have to always be, oh, each time they level up. Especially since they don't even level up at the same time. So I would always use Renamon less than I would use Kotemon because Renamon levels up faster than Kotemon. So then it would be unfair to be like, oh, if I do just one level each, and see here, 2 fights and I already got Renamon to level 2. 2 fights all it took, Renamon leveled up. But then Patamon, as you can see, he's gonna need like 4 battles to level up. So you see, it becomes unfair screen time if I do 1 level each. Oh, and the thing about level ups is with the stats, because I mentioned earlier that Patamon has no good basic stats. Well, they have a fixed amount of how much you can get in each stat, depending on what level you are on. Like they have a fixed way of how much HP you will get, how much MP you will get, and then every other stat is a random set of numbers designated for their archetype. For example, Patamon has very low attack, so he naturally has a lower amount of strength that he can get per level up compared to Kotemon, who has a higher strength growth. So just on average, Kotemon can get like 5 strength per level up, but on average, Patamon it will only be 2, because his classification on his strength stat is lower than Kotemon, because each stat is categorized by a tier. Which there's no way to find out about those tiers in-game, by the way. That's something you can only find out by Googling and from people decoding. Okay, there's just a coincidence that Patamon needed 12. It just means that Renamon needed less than 12, and I happened to roll 12 because I fought 2 Kunemon. That was why Patamon only leveled up after 2 battles. Because they have a fixed number they actually get experience points on. Because I have done playthroughs when I've done documented records of how much stats my partner happens to get per level up, to know if they happen to get like a good roll, bad roll, or middling roll. So it is very random. So it's random stat ups when they level up, taken from a pool of numbers that they can generate. Like as I said, Patamon cannot really get 5 on average, but Kotemon can. And okay, this is just a weird coincidence that both the times Kotemon gets outsped the first time he fights something. This is just very weird coincidence for Kotemon, because he's not even the slowest in the team. So why is he the only one getting punished this way? Patamon is slower. So yeah, for those that play Fire Emblem, it's kind of like that. You can have one run when you get magnificent level ups each and every time on the stat you want, but you can have one run where they just get awful level ups. The worst offenders are, well, there are, I think it's 3 Digimons that have a category of their stat that is basically gambling. Because they have a tier that is called risky. And what that one means is that each level up, there is a chance they don't get a stat up. Yeah, it could have been an ambush, but they usually say ambush. They can't lose stats, but they can not gain a stat, but only specific Digimons on specific stats. Like the ones I have on my team, I have one that has that, Renamon. Renamon's tier for Spirit is in the risky. I believe like the first 5 levels it's fine, she'll always get a Spirit. But once she reaches past level 5 or something like that, there is a chance she may not get a Spirit level up. Like she would literally get a 0 upon level up. So if you are super unlucky, you can get a Renamon with super awful magic or super awful spirit stat. But then you can have runs when you have tremendous, because with risky it also means they have a higher number on the highest roll possible. Because as I said, it's a dice roll with what stat they gain. The other two Digimons that has a stat that is in this whole risky category is Monmon. Monmon has it on his speed stat. So you could have a Monmon that's slow as everything that exists, or you can get a Monmon that's the fastest thing in the world. Kumon has two stats that are in this risky category. That's right, Kumamon got two of them, where it's Let's Go Gambling. And they're not on any of his worthless stats, they are on his attack and defense. So you can have a Kumamon that hits like a wet noodle and is weaker than paper mache. So that is why, I think that is why it's called Wild Pack. Because you have a Digimon that has no MP and has a let's go gambling mechanic on his attack and defense. When attack is like the only thing Kumamon can do because he has no magic. He has no MP. So that is also the risk of running Kumamon. So not only do you have a Digimon that is the slowest to gain level ups, you also have a Digimon that could potentially be super, super weak. Well, right now I'm just doing some grinding so that I can leave the first area without being in danger of dying. And I think level 3 is a good level to be able to leave the other areas without being in too much danger of dying. Because as soon as you leave like this screen, they can start spawning stronger Digimons. And if you are not high enough level, they will just potentially two-shot you. Yeah, so therefore my rule of thumb is usually just walk around the first area to reach level 3 and then you start exploring. Yeah, that's exactly why like you have to be in the first area to level 3 so that your Digimons have chance to get some stat ups. Because even if they are rookies, they can still beat the champions because they have a signature skill. It's still good to them if they get level ups. So they don't just have their base level 1 stats. Yeah, Vegemon is a scary one that you can run into if you exit into this side. You can run into a Vegemon. Right there. If you exit that side, you can run into Vegemon and he hits really hard. If you exit to the north, sorry, to the south, you can run into Fuelamon, who also hits really hard. Yeah. That's also the thing, they also double because they're, well, champions, so they have higher stats. No, Kuagamon isn't as scary, but he still could be if you go in unprepared. He can be scary. Like, if you have a Patamon, he can be scary, because, Patamon is very weak. But if you have someone like Kotamon, then Kuagamon is a joke. So yeah, it's not as fun. I'm just walking around the same area over and over, but that's why I'm going over some mechanics, so keep it somewhat entertaining while I just do some grinding. For later streams, it's not gonna be just me talking about the game. Then it's gonna be me talking about other stuff. But for the first stream, I feel like going over mechanics is good. Alright, Patamon, it's your turn again. And also, Patamon has a low base HP, so it doesn't help him that Patamon has low speed, low-ish defenses, and then he has like no HP to be able to tank a hit. Because at least Kumamon has a large HP pool. So even if you get like a little bit stat screwed with defense, he can still eat hits because he has so much HP, Kumamon. Like Kumamon has the highest base HP of all the partner Digimons. Yeah, and that's also I'm hoping for if I inspire other people to play Digimon World 3 to help them along in the beginning of the game. Since I know this game doesn't do a good job explaining certain things, like it just kind of throws you in there and expects you to figure things out on your own. But I've had years of experience, so therefore it's not a problem with me, the vagueness of the game, as I've had time to learn it. Alright, Patamon, shoot out that bubble of air and kill this Kunamon. Oh yeah, fun fact about Kunamon. If you play the American version called Digimon World 3, you could potentially deal so much damage that Kunamon doesn't die. Because the HP bar gets rolled over so many times, you do so much damage, he doesn't die. So he does like yeah, exactly. You can do overflow of damage in the American version. But only in the American version. In the European version that I'm playing here, they removed that limiter, so the maximum damage you can do is only 9,999, which always kills. There's no chance of overflowing damage. But in the American version, you can overflow, which is kind of funny. It's like the HP bar will look like it's zero. It did the fainting animation, but then he just gets back up and attacks you. Like he does no damage, but you don't kill him either. So you get stuck in this cycle of he doesn't die, but he doesn't kill you because you're so strong you can do so much damage to him anyway. I really wish Tapimon going into Mammothmon was more canon. Because I feel like Tapimon is a fitting rookie Digimon for Mammothmon. Just aesthetically, he looks like he could fit for Mammothmon. Yeah, I can do something with the gym, I just don't like going into the gym until I reach level 5. But I can show it. This is a training gym. Do you want to work out? Yeah, he asks you a question, but you always say yes. Alright. If you see in the lower corner there that the Panama has something called TP, and then it has a number of 5, whilst Kotemon and Ranamon has 10. What training points does is that every level you get 5 training points. Yeah, because you have to level up. Like I said, it's each level up upon the rookie that they get training points. And then you can use these training points to do your stat, train. You can use the increment of 1 point, 5 point, 10 points. Now, the difference is with also it's like a multiplier. It's not like, oh, you use up all your points, it's also a multiplier. Like if you use 10 points, you get the most stats, but you use up the most points. Using up 5 points give you a medium amount on both stats, and you use up a good chunk, but using just 1 point gives you like the lowest amount of stat points. So you may be able to do like 5 training sessions. However, you just get like, I don't know, like 3 points in your stat, compared to if you do a 5 training where you can get 10 points right away. So it is better to do 5 points. In my opinion, it's better to just do 5 points per training. So that's why whenever I go to the gym, I wait and train every 5 levels. Just so that I can choose 5 things to use the 5-point training on. I don't know the exact multiplier, but I think it probably is something like 2 times for using 10 points and 1.5 using 5 points. It's probably something similar to that. Maybe not exact, but it's probably the multiplier. Maybe something like it's 3 times the amount using 10 and then 2 times the amount using 5. And I know it's a multiplier though, but I don't know it exactly. Ah, there we go. Also now their experience group starts to show. As you see here, everyone is level 3. However, Ranma reached level 3 with just 28 experience points. Katamon reached level 3 with 33 experience points, and Patamon reached level 3 with 35 experience points. Now is when it starts to be shown like how much slower they are compared to each other. Yeah, exactly. That's after level 2, that's when everyone starts showing their growth rates. Yeah, like the 1 point is just solely if you just want to go to the gym every time you level up. Like the 1 point is really not worth it because you get so little points from training with 1 point compared to 5. So that's why I always do like the 5 point. Because it's better to just wait a couple of level ups if you're rookie and then train and get a lot of stats at once instead of just going to the gym every level up. Especially because you have to backtrack to them, because the gyms are just in a specific area. Like Leomon, he's just in Central Park. If you want to train in gym, you have to go to Central Park each time to train to talk with Leomon. And at some point, it gets tedious. You need to walk back to Central Park every time your partner Digimon just gets one level up. So it's better to just stockpile the training points and use them all at once when you are there, instead of using them up every time you have the chance. Alright, Tapermon, let's teach you this lesson, like I've been teaching you all this time. Don't mess with the kendo stick. You get burned if you mess with it. And I already have an idea of who I want the third partner to replace Patamon, and who it's going to be. It's between 2 Digimons that I'm gonna use. It's between 2 that I'm thinking of using. Um, 99 is a cap you can have in training points. 99. But to get to 99, you need to have like 20 levels. Yeah, you have to wait like 20 levels to get to 99 training points. Which, if you're not training your Digimon in 20 levels, then it's something wrong. There, over here is a buckler, which is an equipment, but I'm not going to use it because I generally don't use equipments unless I get access to really high tier ones. Ah, there we go. If it's an ambush, it actually tells you it's an ambush. So I was just unlucky the other 2 times with Kotemon. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's why even level 3, it can be scary. Because they still do a lot of damage. So you might be able to kill Kuwagamon in one hit, but you have to make sure you act first. Otherwise, he's gonna hit you for a ton of damage. But it gives you a lot of experience, so it's worth it. Let's bring up the items and use a power charge. Just in case I get unlucky and get ambushed by Kuwagamon again. I do not want that. Um, over here is a person that I can do battles with later, but I can't right now because my charisma stat is too low. Yeah, that particular tile just has a weird visual glitch. Like, every time you step on it, an enemy counter is almost guaranteed to spawn there, and the character animation just stands still instead of being in mid-walking animation. Yeah, but if you get higher charisma, then it will say other stuff and then also be like, oh, hey, you want to do a card battle or stuff like that? And charisma, that's something that gets increased by level. Like, you cannot train your charisma stat, it's just something that gets added. And then another way to get charisma is to equip stuff. Yeah, I do all that. I was just thinking for a moment if I want to backtrack, but nah. I'm gonna go back to Central Park when I'm level 5 anyway, so I might as well continue forward a little bit and go backwards. Betamon. Prepare to be hot-headed. Exactly. Ah, there we go. Level 4 Kotemon. Yeah, exactly. That's what Kotemon does. He bonks people for horny jail. That's Kotemon. He bonks people. Yeah, and as you said there, Gumamon was level 3 with 70 experience, while Kotemon, 70 experience, level 4. Yeah, it's unfair in that regard. Yeah, there's another person I can fight later. I just ignore all those I can talk to later because there's no point in talking to them now because they say that dialogue anyway, even after you can fight them. They still say the basic dialogue in the other. There we go. Ba-bum. Now to leave the forest into Divermon's lake. I took one step, literally one step, and a Betamon was right there waiting for me. Diamond Store. And fire! Yeah, the Betamon could not handle the diamonds. They were too sharp. Yeah, I took like one step because my character is slightly angled. There. I think that tile also has like a guaranteed encounter. At least if you go from that direction. Because I've played this game a lot, and every time I try to go there, on that one specific tile, there's always like a Crabmon waiting for me. Always. I think the game just has certain tiles that are just programmed and... Oh dear. He lived in 1 HP. Not good news. Wow. Almost one-shot me. There we go, use attack animation. Yeah. One can wonder, hey, he's just a Crabon, why did he do so much damage? That's the power of elemental defense being taken into account for. That is why Crabmon did so much damage, because his normal attack is a water attack. So it doesn't just calculate your defense, it also calculates your freaking water defense stat. Oh, and also as you saw, a lot sooner is when Renamon reached level 4. There we go. 55 experience points is when Renamon reached level 4. And since Pokemon needed 70, I'm pretty sure Patamon's gonna need like 80. There, a bandana. It could be helpful, yes, to get the buckler, but I like waiting with the game because it's not too challenging. And yeah, I think the Crabmon is there again. It's just for some reason that one tile always spawns a Crabmon. Head? Damn. Well, this might be the end of Panama. Oh, he lived. Yeah, that just shows that Panama has a lot better water defense than Renamon. Now, one would say, hey, why did I use Boom Bubble again? Well, that's because Patamon is that weak on the physical attack that even if I were to use attack, that Crabman would live. Because Patamon hits like a wet noodle with the physical attack, which sucks. That I had to waste 2 MPs on that Crabmon only because Patamon has no physical attack. It was nothing in that corner, just with double check. Nothing there. Alright. Yeah, they have Divermons depicted on them, which makes sense, means Divermon's late. Right, Betamon, he should die in one hit, because he shouldn't be as bulky as Crabmon. Gone! Now come on! Well, I think this is gonna be the death of Patamon now. No, he lived! Way to go, Patamon! Maybe I got really lucky defense rolls for Patamon, and that's why he's surviving these like a champ. I think that's what must have happened. I must have gotten lucky defense rolls. Because it's normally not that tanky, Patamon. And also, he doesn't have that high lightning resistance. I'm pretty sure lightning is supposed to be his lowest, elemental resistance. Let's see if it's right. Yeah, lightning is his lowest. He has 61 lightning resistance, 66 defense. Yeah, it's about the same as Kotamon. 41, okay, so yeah, no. I don't think it necessarily is that Patamon was particularly bulky, it's just that Renamon has no defense. Because Renamon is a magical glass cannon, as opposed to Guilmon being the physical glass cannon. Wind Prairie. This guy. He's just chilling there for the moment. I'm right by the exit, man. Yanmamon. That should die to a Boom Bubble. Yeah, he's just an NPC Terriermon in this game. Same with Gabumon, they're just NPCs. Yeah, there we go. Yanmamon died to one Boom Bubble. Yep, there we go. 78, and then he beats level 4. Yeah, exactly. Alright, time to put Kotamon in front again. And next level is when I will have champion levels. And that's when I can start saying goodbye to having a technique and just embrace physical attack. Sunryu City. As I said, they have a theme going on. Gamer Chris. I finally made it to Digimon Online. It would be a waste if I didn't fight. You're so weak, what a waste of time. Next time I just pass on you. Yeah, they say like hurtful things like that if you are too low level or don't have enough charisma. This tower is only relevant in towards the end of the game, Gale Tower, because that's when the air drum becomes relevant. Up until end game, he just snoozes. Nothing else. He just sleeps there, Ageron. He's a very sleepy dragon. Now you can pet the Ageron however much you want, he's just gonna snooze. Zephyr Tower. I miss Zephyr from Tales of Arise. After reading the Zephyr Tower, it just reminded me of him. I wish he was a playable character. Yeah, Seiryu Tower. Now, only in Asuka City is the professor. Everywhere else, Piximon is in charge of Digivolution. So if you're in any other city, you need to look out for Piximon to do Digivolution stuff. Only in Asuka City is it the professor. Let's talk to these two. This is Olivia. Oh, why is this so much fun? This is so much fun, I'm disgusted. Okay. Manager Sasaki. We're from Megami's rival company. Don't tell, but we're here to spy on Digimon Online. Now it makes sense why she said it's so much fun it's disgusting. She's from a rival company. Including Tom. Seria Leader is training at the Protocol Ruins. It is northwest of here. Yeah, that's actually you actually need to talk to this repeating Tom to be able to advance the plot, by the way. The game doesn't hint at it in any way, shape, or form, but that's what you need to do. To advance forward to meet the leader of Savior City, you have to come to Savior City, talk to repeating Tom, and then go to Protocol Ruins to talk to them. Because if you just go to Protocol Ruins without talking to repeating Tom, he's not going to tell you anything. But if you spoke to repeating Tom, that's when he will go like, oh, you're a challenger. I might consider challenging you if you do this for me. So let's start making my way towards Protocol Ruins. Even though it's very risky to go in there with just rookie levels, but I want to risk it. Because technically you should have champion levels going into Protocol Ruins. Because they only spawn like champion level and above past this point. So screw it, I'll start making my way towards the other direction. I'll wait to level 5 with Protocol Ruins. Just level 5, I'm not gonna wait longer, just level 5. Yeah, to be on the safer side, because they just have a bunch of champions going into that path. Alright, Betamon. It's bonkin' time. Bonk. Yeah, I'm gonna go towards the Vegemon path. And he dropped a power charge. Some Digimons have drop items. The game never explicitly tells you which Digimon drops which item, but I have a list of which Digimon drops what items and where they spawn, so I can make use of that list whenever I want to look for a specific item. because there is a way to be able to get to 99 training points without not training for 40 levels, and that is an item called Training Ship. Because if I'm mistaken, exist 5 different training ships, but they're all just from Digimons in the wild, like they only drop items. And dropping it is very rare, so the best way to get those items is by stealing it from them. And even then, it's not a guarantee, so that is the only other way to get more training points than what your level is. And that is to get those training points, those training tips. But even then, I would say it's not really worth it to go out of your way to hunt for a Digimon that drops a training tip. Because the only one that's worth it is the one that's called Training Chip V, because that gets you 5 points. Any other training chip that exists in the game is not worth it, because they are just 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. When you get that, 1, 2, 3, or 4 points. Let's talk to this guy. He's gonna kick a tree. Man, Cardmon isn't coming out. And why did I lose Gabumon? Huh? Why are you kicking the trees? Well, that's good. At 83 experience points, you get to level 4. Huh? Why do you ask why am I kicking the trees? To find a Cardmon, of course. Cardmon? What's that? A Digimon? Cardmon is a Digimon that drops boosters with extra cards in it. Only Divermon in the city can open the boosters. Cardmon drops boosters? Let me kick him. Let me kick him too. Hehehe. You need 3 boots to kick them. So you probably want to get the boots. Well then, I lost my Gabumon card. Will you find it? If you find it, I'll tell you how to get the boots. Gabumon card. Okay, I'll find it and come back. And I know exactly where you find the Gabumon card for the boots. Now you can probably get some clues if you happen to talk to an NPC, but you have to talk to a specific NPC to get any sort of clue as to where you will find the boots. Otherwise, the game just doesn't tell you, like, oh, where's the Gabumon? They don't tell you. Really? One of them had to spawn while right by the end of the bridge? Really? You want to be defeated that badly, Kunemon? Fine then. Bonk! Alright. Probably soon enough, I'm gonna get my first champion in. Well, I can probably say it, but eh. I'm gonna wait a little for those that don't know which Digimon that is. Though the only clue I can give for anyone that doesn't know the evolution line for Kotemon, they're all sword related. That's the only clue you get, they are sword related. So it's going to be a Digimon that wields swords, that is his champion form. Alright, so if you go down here and interact with this bookshelf, that's where the Gabumon card is. Oh, it's Gabumon card, so that's where it was. And the only way to figure out to look in that bookshelf, talk to this girl. Clean and dust, and I just have nothing. I just have to clean anything that's dirty. Clean and dust. Yeah, she doesn't say anything, but because I found the Gabumon card. But otherwise, she would say, by the way, I dusted that area and I found something that looked like a card. So yeah, it's a crapshoot to figure out that you're supposed to go here to find the Gabumon card. And there are plenty of those quests. Ah, there we go. Speaking of Terrymon, right there, he's a decoration in the Suga City Inn. Together with a I want to say a Gummymon is next to Terriermon. Anyway, I can show the room that has Terriermon. Yep, he's upstairs as an NPC Terriermon. As well as Biomon and Gabumon. I'm tired. Come on. Momentai. Classic Tamer reference. Gabumon says nothing. Chicago Green. There's an auction of rare items somewhere in this city. But I wonder how you can participate. Oh yeah. The auctions are stuff that are triggered from specific story events. You have to accomplish a specific thing, then you can join what's called an auction that they have in a specific area later on. But the game doesn't tell you, or as far as I know, the game doesn't tell you when there's an auction being held. But every time there is an auction, though, you have to backtrack to Asuka City, because Asuka City is the only place they have an auction. So yeah, if you're like in the third area of the game, and you trigger the thing with an auction, then you have to backtrack all the way to Asuka City to join the auction. And you may ask, oh, why would I want to join the auction? Simple. Because the auction is the only place to get signature equipment. Because every Digimon has a signature equipment, and that is the only way to get some of their signature equipment from the auction. Speaking of the Vegemon that Flygon mentioned earlier, this is for my friend, this Bonk. There we go. He did this for you, Flygon. This Vegemon died in your honor. 20 experience points for one simple Vegemon. Oh, come on. Oh dear. Here's Koalamon, who is scarier than Vegemon. Please tell me I get out this alive. Oh fuck, I'm screwed. I'm dead. And I have not saved the game at all. Have to get lucky. Damn it! I need to get a lucky break and be able to flee. That's my only chance of getting out of this. Fleeing! No! Koalamo's faster than Kotemon! Well, yes, it is one of those games. It resets you to the save. It is one of those games. Please, Patamon, please! Nope. That was stupid. Because I got unlucky and ran into a freaking Koalamon. Yeah, let me guess. Did I say nothing because I didn't save the game? Yep. Well... Okay, it's not gonna sound pretty, but I am going to speed up the game. Because I have so much I need to catch up on. So I am going to apologize beforehand, but I am going to do this. Emulation speed. 200%. Yeah, button mashing. I didn't think I was gonna get that unlucky and run into that stupid Koala mob. It's just so dumb that Koala mob could spawn in that little tile. Yeah, I'm really sorry for the sound. Truly sorry about it. But I have... Wait, how long have I been live on? For 2 hours. Yeah, I have 2 hours of gameplay to make up for, so you just have to put up with this, okay? Because half the stream has to be redone right now. And I'm not gonna do a different pack because of it. I do not see it as a sign like, oh, you're going for a different pack. No. I can still do it with that pack. So I guess it's as good a time as any to take like a, I don't know, a bathroom break, snack break, or whatever, I guess. But you're not gonna miss anything. It's just gonna be me catching up to everything that I've done. Because I'm not gonna end the stream. Like that I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna see if I can. If Streamlabs allows it. Did that do anything? Hang on. No? This? Okay, so I found the one that gives us volume. Okay, I know which one now. Okay. Let's put it there on there, so it's lower. But there, guys, now figure out which slider is for volume. It's still a lot louder for me, because, well, it just is. So I still have really loud, but at least you guys won't have loud. I'll lower the volume for myself as well. Because for me, I had to go to the actual desktop to lower my volume. Because that's just how Streamlabs works for some reason. That to change my sound output, I have to go into the computer's own sound settings. But for you guys, I get a slider. It's really weird. So I am gonna cut down all the talking though. Like I'm not gonna go to the lobby and hear people. It's mainly just gonna be all the grinding I have to redo. Which sucks. Because, well, that gonna completely reset the freaking levels that I got. And I don't know if I got good level up rolls or not on Kotamon and Renamon. Because Padamon's level up doesn't really matter, because he's gonna be replaced later on. But it really sucks if I got like awesome stat ups on Renamon and Kotamon and then now reset and I get like the worst ones. Like that's the only thing I don't like about RNG level ups. The fact that, oh, one slight mistake and you lost a good level up. At least the sound isn't too terrible with the speed up, so just literally all the things sped up. Because I know other games when you speed up, then it sounds awful. At least this just sounds like I actively put it on speed up. So that's good. So I'm pretty sure the speed up is gonna skew my playtime though. Because that's at least been my experience that whenever you play on speed up, the game's internal time counts as if with the speeded up timer instead of in real time. I do need to fetch the cards, so I still need to button mash through at least the little fighting that goes on down there. But I do need to fetch the card folder. If I can't do card battles, I'll do card folder. For some reason, Digimon's Lake has, the Yellow Cruiser has a poster of Leomon for some reason. Not quite understood why Leomon. Unless for some reason Digimon is a big gym enthusiast and was like, oh, Leomon, my idol, he's one that holds training gym, but I have a poster of him. Or maybe there's another, like it's a motivational speech to be like, who should I be to survive the longest? That's right, don't be Leomon, then I get to live as long as possible. But we don't know his reason for having that Leomon poster. But I wonder if they yeah, you have to talk to that boy with the boots to find the Gabumon card. If you interact with that shelf before talking to him, nothing happens. You literally have to talk to him to get the Gabumon card to spawn. Even if you were to randomly click there at the start of the game, you still wouldn't find the Gabumon card. This is fun. We need to redo 4 level ups. Or wait, 3 level ups because it's not level 1, but still 3 level ups. That we redo. Yay. See if I can make it go even faster. Because I don't think 200 is gonna be enough. Let's do 400. That's starting to sound more awful. Yeah, it looks super blurry. I'm really sorry. It does not look very good, but I need to do this. But it being a place in one game means it's naturally not that fast. Yeah, so I'm sorry if anyone has sensitivity to blurry pictures. I'm sorry, but you just have to look away at the moment then. As I said, there was no way I could predict that I was supposed to run into that Coelamon right there. But I did. Like, even knowing that he spawns there, it's still not guaranteed that you run into Coelamon. Because you saw, when I first talked to that guy, Coelamon didn't spawn in that tile. But then the second time, for some reason, Coelamon decided, I'm gonna spawn and ruin this man's career. Yeah, he needs like a lot of experience to move on. Oh, that's level 3. Just one more level to get a Pokemon, then it's time to train Renamon and Patamon. Hopefully it's just gonna take like, I don't know, another 10 minutes. Alright, I think I needed like 70 or something to get to level 4. So yeah, it's gonna take a little while. Like a while longer than I expected. I don't need this. Whoops. Accidentally clicked too much. Because this is speed up. I'm just glad I have the speed up as an option, because imagine if this would have happened, I would not have access to speed up. That would just be awful. Because then we have to sit through a whole hour of everything that I missed, that just being a few minutes. Oh, whoops, ran out of MP. Ah, there we go, level 4. Apparently 63 experience points is what Kotamon needed. Not 70, apparently he only needs 63, so I over-leveled a bit with experience to get into level 4. That is possible as well, to over-level, because they all have a designated amount of experience they will need to get to a specific level. But still, no matter what, Kumamon needs the most experience. Like, I believe Kumamon needs like 10,000 experience, something like that, to go to level 15 or like level 20. He needs like 10,000 experience, something like that. Like, it's something ridiculous of that, and he needs so much more experience compared to everyone else. Whilst everyone else are like, they're barely at like 4 or 5,000, but Kuma's like, nah, I'm already at 10,000, bro. It's funny that because the game is so fast, you cannot see the funny spinning around animation anymore. It just looks like they're walking a straight line. Alright, 23 experience points and still not level 3 yet. Okay, I can do 2 more. There we go, 28 experience points, level 3. Yeah, that's so low in comparison. Just needing 28 experience points to get to level 3. And go heal up by Gatomon. But this time, before I go talk to the Kicking Boots guy, I'm gonna save the game, so I don't have to do this again. If I have to stumble upon a stupid Koalamon. There we go. Come on, just a few more. I really hope I didn't get spear screwed now because of this run. Since Renamon is one of those that can be spirit screwed. Or more accurately, it's the only one that can get spirit screwed because Renamon is the only one that has that potential to get 0 in spirit. Same as Kumamon is the only one that has, he can potentially not get any strength or defense level up. Level 57 experience points for Renamon to get level 4. And Katamon is not that much further ahead, experience-wise, compared to Renamon. I'd say that's pretty... to think. Pretty good Kumamon starts at a pretty decently high attack. I would say 67 is probably okay. Probably just means you got the lower ones. Yeah, probably just means you got the lower rolls. You cannot get 0 yet, but it just means you got the lower rolls. Of all the rolls possible. To be 67. Because I'm pretty sure Kumamon starts with the like 40 attack, like Kotemon. So if you only gotten 20 points in 4 levels, then you probably got 5 on all of them, or like 4, 6, 8, or something like that. because the first four levels is when they get the most points in their stats. The first four levels. Level 1 to 5 is the highest experience they can get, or the highest stat boost. Because the amount of stats they get dwindles off after a certain amount of time. Like I'm pretty sure the intervals are when they get a new evolution form. So from levels 5 through 19, you have one specific amount of stat pools to get in your level ups. And then from level 20 to 39, you have another one. Then to reach level 40, I think it's like every 20 after that. You're like, oh, level 40 to 59, then from 60 to 79, and then from 80 to 99. I believe that's how it works with the stat pool. By around level 70, then no one gets high stats, because then everyone just gets really low stats naturally from level up. Because I think they expected you by that point to have already gotten high stats from your training sessions. Come on, Patamon, get to level 4 already. Come on. Wait, I didn't fetch the power charge yet. Right. Level! Defeated the Paper Mod. Right, he's 51 experience. It should be like 3 battles, then you should level up. You're gonna need more than Pokemon, and Pokemon you need the 63. So you can't be less than 63 to level up, because of how the experience curve works. Yep. Exactly 63 points, did not level up Adam. Now let's see, you said Ikuma needed 70, 84, 83 to reach level 4. Yeah, so then Patamon should be like 70. Yeah, since he is 1 tier lower than Kumamon in the experience curve. So yeah, if Kuma needs 83, that means Patamon needs like 70. Yep, 74. Alright, now I can increase its volume again. For both me and you. There we go. I increased the volume for you guys as well. Because for some reason, speeding up the game increases its volume. I do not understand why that is. It is something that it does apparently. Increases the volume. Maybe because it goes so fast, the sound frequency becomes high. Maybe that's why it becomes louder when you speed up the game compared to running it in regular speed. Alright, I've officially done catching up with levels. Now I just need to catch up with go to the kicking booth, or go talk to the guy about the kicking booth, get the Digimon card, go back, talk to him, go to Savior City, talk to Repeating Tom, and then go to Protocol Ruins. But this time, I'm saving the game. So yeah, my playtime is gonna be very skewed because of this. Because technically, save time should be 2 hours, because I've been live for around 2 hours, but it is not going to be 2 hours. Because of, well, me getting that game over. Yes, I want to create one. No? That was weird. Save on blue. Because snow is cold, and cold is oftentimes with blue, so let's save on blue. Yeah, 56 minutes. Yeah, it didn't take me 56 minutes to get to this point, but you get the drift. It took me probably like 25 minutes, but because I played on speed up, it says as it took 1 hour. That's the only thing I don't like with speed up, the fact that it somehow speeds up the in-game timer as well. Like, find the power charges again. Now, you can make the card games trivial if you have patience though. Because in the Yellow Cruiser, Digimon is currently selling a very strong card at not so bad price. So if one has the patience and don't spend their money, you could, before you beat the first trainer guy or the first city leader, you could have a strong card that makes the game trivial. Not trivial, but makes it way easier early games. And just basically having that card makes it instant win. You draw that card, you win. Because that's how strong that card is. Which is something I usually like to do, so that's why I don't spend that much money in the early games as well. Because I just save up all that money to buy that card. Yeah, we know the drill. We know the drill. What was your name? Soccer Kid Hyde. Well, it becomes Hyde because of English speaking, though I'm guessing for Japan he'll be Hide, so they don't see the problem with his name. Yeah, see, no Puelamon. Or let me guess, now that's Puelamon. No, see, Vegemon I can handle. Why don't you spawn Vegemon? So I'd be like, no, we gotta spawn Puelamon. I gotta understand why Puelamon spawns in that part of the game. Like, why? Considering he's so ridiculously strong for early game, I do not understand why he spawns. Since, legitimately, you must have champion levels to be able to even stand a remote chance of beating him. And even then, it can be a tough battle if you just got your champions. You need to be like level 7 or something like that to be able to reliably fight Puelamon without dying like one round. Or like 2 hits. That's how strong Puelamon is. He's like a level 7 encounter. Yet you find him just slightly to the left of the freaking first area. It's ridiculous. But at the very least, he gets good experience, so he's a great way to grind is to bully Puelamon once you're strong enough to beat him. Alright, I need to do one thing though. There is fishing in this game, and in order to get a fishing rod, there are 3 things you must do. Step 1 is to buy a bamboo sphere from the Gargamon armory. Yeah, buy a bamboo sphere for 150 bits. And I believe you're not supposed to equip it. You can equip it later, because for some reason the bamboo sphere does not leave your party, but until you made a fishing rod, you buy a bamboo sphere but don't equip it. If you have a Digimon that can use a bamboo sphere, that is. And that's step 1. And I think step 2 is like talking to an old guy by the beach that is to the south. I'm not gonna go there now because I don't have any champion levels, and that area does spawn whale a lot, so I will be screwed if I try to talk to that old man. Yeah, I'm supposed to talk to. I got so caught up in the fishing one that I forgot I'm supposed to go back and talk to Hide about the boots. So I got to backtrack and go to that kicking boots guy. My camera off. Killing off the Stater Monk because he decided to be a jerk. There we go. Probably at 100 something experience points is when I will get my champion. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it is a old game, so it is a lot of grinding needed for this game. But hey, that's typical early 2000s JRPGs. A lot of grinding. Well, that's good. It's a lot of defense. Have you trained Digimon's speed anything? It's 144 defense is a lot. Yeah, because as I said earlier, speed is the most important step. Hey, that's a Gabumon card. You really found it. Thanks. Okay, I'll tell you about the tree boots now. You can get it if you become friends with Vima. But Vima is so unpredictable, he's hard to find. To find out about Vimon, go where people meet. I'm sure someone can help you there. Yeah, what it means is you need to go back to Asuka City and go to a bar and talk to a maid. And then that maid will have... that's fair, Flygon. Misclicking at a path. That's very easy to do, like misclick on the training points. But you have to go back to Asuka City, go to the bar, talk to a maid, and then that maid will tell you where to find Digimon. Listen, the game is so vague. Because, well, to even get that clue where to go to the bar, you have to talk to the Kicking Boots guy. But why would you want to talk to him a second time after he told you the first information? It's just expecting a lot of you to be like, oh yeah, you spoke to him, he gave information. Now you want to talk to him again for some reason. Just to get a second bit of information out of him. I'm gonna go do that so I can get the Kicking Boots and start be able to beat up Hardmon. And Hardmon is a finicky Digimon. Because he's quick to flee, so you have to throw in like 2 hits to be able to get the cards reliably, otherwise he just flees and you don't get the cards. There. And to talk to this girl. This maid right here with the red eyes and gray skin. Hey, listen, I saw Digimon the other day. He was looking for something at Wind Prairie. There we go. And that's where you find Digimon in Wind Prairie. So yeah, that's what you have to do for Kicking Boots. Have to... There. Because apparently, this sign is supposed to tell you it's a bar, even though it's just a bottle. But for some reason, you're supposed to figure out that, that bottle must mean it's a bar. and go in there and attack them in. Like I said, if you don't follow a person playing this game online, my suggestion to anyone playing this game is just use a guide. Like, I simply don't care if one goes, oh, playing by a guide is so lame, blah blah blah, I play the game blind. No. This is a game where playing blind actively hurts you because of how little the game tells you. It gives you so little directioning. Using a strategy guide is for your own good. Because otherwise you will just spend hours upon hours not knowing what to do, only to find out, oh, I'm supposed to do that? I could save so much time. Yes, that's why my tip for anyone playing Digimon World 3, use a walkthrough. Either a walkthrough in the form of going to game facts or by following a person playing the game. Like me, for example. Oh, whoops, I was supposed to get the butler. That's good if you got the outfit done, Fairy. Right. How to kill this beetle. And take his lunch money. But yeah, apparently I need a lot more than expected for Kotemon to reach level 5. Oh, come on, man. Were you offended? Is this the cousin trying to take revenge for me killing the other Quagamon? Because let me tell you, you deserve to face the same fate the other Quagamon did. You're not avenging anyone, buddy. You're just facing the same consequence. Okay, yeah, so probably yes, I need 150 experience to reach level 5. Which means Patamon is gonna need over 150 experience. There we go, Butler. Man, losing to that Quelamon really threw off my groove. Because I was playing the game pretty well, I would have to say, in my eyes. Yeah, so if Patamon needs 180, then Kotemon needs 150. But said I was doing so well too, until that Quelamon showed up and ended me. The that Quelamon really was just that meme where like hold my beer. He saw me playing the game well, and it's like hold my beer. Bam, defeated. Made him get a game over. Or maybe he said hold my well, maybe he said hold my fish, because maybe Quellamon's a fish that eats other fish. Or well, a fish that eats smaller fish, to be precise. Yeah, that's one tile always just spawns a Crabmon. Yep, always Crabmon. This is in fact truly possible in Time Stranger. You'll be able to do Kotemon punching a Crabmon in the head. Just with a higher quality. Oh, 160 and I didn't level up. That's weird. Because they're not that close to each other, experience curve-wise, Kotemon and Patamon. But yet the game is making it seem as if they are. Yeah, so then it really was like hold my fish then, what Poelamon said. And I know that's not the the correct way to pronounce the fish that Whalemon is based off, but I don't care. I'm gonna say Whalemon because that makes more sense. Considering the spelling, there we go. Dinohomon. That is the century level of Kotemon. Dinohomon. Now, for me to actually use Dinohomon, you have to go into settings, choose Kotemon, see the evolutions, go to Dinohomon, and say Battle Digivolution. Now I will actively be a Dinohomon each time I enter battle. And as you see, champions have higher stats than the rookies do. The Dinohomon has 10 more speed, 10 more wisdom, 20 more spirit, 20 more speed, and 30 more attack compared to Kotemon. Yeah, and it also has higher resistances. That is for the best way so you don't waste a turn going to Digivolve. Like the Digivolve button is actually not that useful because you just ending up using a turn where you get hit. When instead you could have just chosen to start in that form and then just be able to attack immediately. Which is a shame the game doesn't tell you that you have to equip the Digivolution. It doesn't tell you. Which I wish it would. So it would be like, oh yeah, by the way, if you don't want to Digivolve every single turn, just simply go to status and click on the Battle Digivolve on. Right. Gatomon, heal me, because I now have a Dinohomon. Now I'm gonna work towards Cubimon. Alright, I can talk to repeating Tom up here. So I can then slowly make my way towards Protocol Ruins. Oh, whoops. I misclicked there. I meant to talk to him, not... Anyway, this is how the room looks like without the leader. Yeah, repeating Tom. Yes, there we go. Going to Protocol Ruins. Say this game has pretty decent music, I would say. Like it might be just my nostalgia glasses fogging me up because I've played this game a lot as a kid, so the soundtrack has a special place in my heart. But I think the music in this game is actually pretty decent. I think there's only like one actively bad soundtrack, but it's not because it's actually bad. It only gets bad because it gets used so much, you eventually get tired of hearing that song. But it's a song that comes up later. Hey, Crabmon died this time instead of living. That's good. Alright, so I needed 170 for Kotemon. That means I should need like 150 to 160 for Renamon to reach level 5. Since Renamon is faster than Kotemon. Yeah, because another thing you have to do for the fishing hook, it doesn't spawn till you talk to the guy that wants you to make the fishing rod. You have to talk to him first to be able to make that thing spawn that is related to it. I have a Dinohomon if anything goes south, so I'm willing to be daring and go to Protocol Ruins because I have Dinohomon. So I have something to fall back on. Yes, Ambush does that. It does drop you down to your base form, Ambush. It's not anything one notice in early game because you always start as a rookie, but when you start as other forms, that's when you realize like, oh, ambush, it resets you to rookie. Which is very detrimental because the Digivolutions have higher stats, so it can actively be like the Doom sometimes. Like, oh no, I got an ambush, now I'm gonna get one shot. Oh yeah, this bitch, this little maze, you actually have to look at how I walk to be able to know how to do this, because it's so easy to get lost because you cannot see yourself. So to get through this little forest maze, you need to walk up, then a little bit to the side, walk past that little hole, up again, there, and there. That's how you clear it. That's how you clear that forest maze. Because it's super easy to get stuck in there. There we go. One of the high tier songs right now, Protocol Ruins. Now I need to go towards the serial leader, and what am I gonna encounter? Oh, straight up is gonna encounter Minotaurmon, huh? Well, can I kill Minotaurmon? Oh, we go up from... hang on, I'll bring up the map after this fight. Ah, so that is a two-shot. He probably one-shots me, though. Oh, yes? Nope, he does not one-shot me. That's good news. Almost. Almost one-shot. So if he just gets a lucky crit, I die. There we go. Minotaurmon defeated. 27 experience points. Okay. Gotta bring up the map. There. You get here from Wire Forest. Like if you go north Wire Forest, that's when you get to a little area called Protocol Forest. Then from Protocol Forest, you go to Protocol Ruins. That's how you get there. So it is north of Wire Forest you need to go to get to Protocol Ruins. Yeah. Okay. The game did just lag there. Alright. Pheromon is let's see. In the American version, Pheromon is an optional boss. But in the European version, I'll do Digimon after I talk to the serial leader because it'll be getting to Digimon will be on the path of where the leader wants me to go. So I'll do Digimon soon. Alright, anyways, gotta say, Pheromon is a mandatory boss in the European version if you want to get to the post-game. Because the equipment Pheromon drops after you beat him is essential to be able to craft the secret weapons needed for the post-game. So, he's an optional boss in the American version, but in the European version, he's a mandatory boss. You have to beat Pheromon. If you have to skip Pheromon and then beat your final boss, you will not be able to do the post-game. Like, you'll get to the post-game area, but you won't be able to do any of the post-game. But he is a Mega level Digimon, so I'm gonna wait to like level 8 before I fight him. Oh, I forgot to heal. Whoops. Guess after playing this game, I guess heal stalled. I guess I can be able to show off the gauges underneath. Like if you see the gauge with stars, I guess I can show that off. Ah, welcome Kari. Glad to see that you came here. Alright, don't get a critical hit. Thank you. Yep, I can show off that gauge. I can show off what this does. When this one becomes full, I can show it off. Okay. Because because this gauge is gonna become full now. There you go, Blasted. Now, what Blasted does is that you warp Digivolve to a stronger form. And the form you get is determined by your level. Warp Digivolve to Talmon. Because I am level 4. That's it. The Blasted evolution is connected to your rookie's level. Because levels 1 to 3, I would have Blast Digivolved into Cubulon. But from level 4 to 18, I Blast Digivolved into Talmon, my ultimate form. And then from level 20 to 38, I will Blast Digivolve into my Mega form. And then after level 40, you Blast Digivolve into another random Mega form. Oh, come on! Seriously? I blasted with the Talmon and still don't die? Well, I wouldn't live because I'm a Talmon. Oh, that's why. Because for some reason, Bon Hitsusen is a physical attack. Why is it a physical attack? Randomized as magic attacker. Well, that explains the damage output. There we go. Yeah, I understand, Kari, that you just can't lurk. But lurking works for me as well. Like, if you don't have to be an active shadow, you can just lurk. In case I need to use an item, because I forgot to do that. That's why I got the Blasted Solution, so... This time around, I am going to heal. Thinking to run into another Minotaur. I hope your edit passes soon, Kari. Alright. Now, there is a Guilmon, Agumon, and Demon right in front of the Savior Leader. Now, one would think, oh, that means his partner Digimon is a Guilmon, Agumon, and Demon. Look, when you fight him, he uses 3 NPC Digimons. Nothing you can get, so he trains up a Guilmon, Agumon, and Demon for no reason. He just trains up an Agumon, Guilmon, Demon for the sake of, and then when you fight him, doesn't reuse anyone from your evolution line. It's weird. They should have just depicted the Digimon he actually uses instead of showing off a Guilmon, Agumon, and Demon. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. I'm training so I can Digivolve to Metal Greymon. I am okay. I'm going to be great in the next battle. Yeah, I don't know what battle you're talking about, though, Guilmon. If he doesn't use you... Huh? You want to challenge me? I'm sorry, but I don't fight with the weak. But if you really wanted to, then... defeat Master Tyranno in Tyranno Valley first. Oh, and he calls him Master Tyranno because Master Tyranno's name is too long, so he reached the cap limit. Because it is Master Tyrannomon, but he calls him Master Tyranno because they couldn't fit MON. Because they apparently had a character limit when he made this game. You still haven't fought Master Tyranno. I'm sorry, I can't fight with you yet. Tyranno Valley is northeast of Xavier City. And northeast of Xavier City puts you in Wind Prairie, so then I'll be able to run into Vmon and get those kicking boots. So that is why I did Xavier City, talk to Xavier Leader first before talking to Vmon. And in Protocol Forest, you'll run into a lot of stupid Bakugomons. The Spider City, the Protocol Forest. Ah, come on. can you guys stop living for 1 second? Yeah, that's the gimmick of the Kugumon. Poisons you. Poison is very whack in this game because the poison is determined by which opponent poisoned you. Because they all have different levels of poison. Like for example, this Tukugamon's poison doesn't do a lot of damage. But later game Digimons that poison you, they do so much damage. Like I can say now, because I don't think it's gonna be hurtful, but later in the game, you can run into wild Quetzalmons. And the Quetzalmon's normal attack poisons you for some reason. And the poison damage for Quetzalmon does over half of your HP with his poison. Yeah, that's right. He does over half your HP with his poison, which is insane. So even if you like, oh, you take no damage from Quetzalmon, you can like two-shot him, you can still die to that Quetzalmon because his poison just does so much damage that it's insane. Because more poison attacks you can get access to never do that much damage, like half health in one go. But for some reason, the AI are they're allowed to have poison that does like half your HP. Oh, hey, Dynamo can defeat the Kugumon. So the Kugumon is actually a good place to grind Patamon. Because they give good amount of experience and he can one-shot them. So I'm actually gonna run around here a little bit to level grind Patamon. Alright, you stinking spiders. Please get your match in the form of a flying guinea pig. Spiders with deathly allergic to a guinea pig just breathing on them. That's all Panama's doing. He's just breathing on him. They go, he, his breath smells or something. I don't know. There had to be something as to why the breath of Patamon just kills a Dukugumon. Not being cut into little pieces by diamonds, they survive like nothing. Every single time, just one shots. Well, he's gonna need like 180, so yeah, like two more Kogumons and I will have 100. So a very quick grinding session there. I think I've been live for 3 hours now. Yeah, 3 hours. Okay, so I have about an hour left of stream. Which is manageable. Maybe a lot of grinding needed for next stream anyways as well. Because that's what this game does best. Especially in the early game. Grinding, grinding, and more grinding. That's why this game can be a turnout for players as well, because it does require a lot of grinding. Like in order to do meaningful progress. Alright, I got one of the items that I needed to make the fishing rod. Because to make a fishing rod, you would need to get a spider web from Tsukuguma. So I'm glad I lucked into that, into getting spider web from Tsukuguma. not Flygon. Since you have a Guilmon, if you don't happen to luck into Spiderweb from the Kugumon, you can get the Spiderweb from a different means. Because at level 5, Growlmon learns the technique called Picking Claw. And Picking Claw lets you steal an item from an opponent. So if you don't luck into Spiderweb, you can just use Growlmon to spam Picking Claw with Kugumon until you get to Spiderweb. Then you can get the fishing rod. Okay, good, but just in case. Okay, was I really one experience point away from leveling up? That's just me. Yeah, Growlmon level 5, yeah. Because Digivolutions have their own levels that is separate from the rookies. Weird mechanic, I know, but that's still a mechanic they have, that Digivolutions have one level, rookies have their own. Oh, my bad. Oh, I'm confusing him for War Growlmon, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, it's easy to make that mix up when they have similar techniques. War Growlmon is the one that learns Picking Claw level 5. Growlmon learns the level, I want to say 15 or 25. It's one of them he gets Picking Claw, like level 15 or 25. The only reason I've never memorized Growlmon learning when he learns Picking Claw is because I don't use Growlmon with Guilmon. Because as soon as Guilmon gets his alternate Digivolution from Growlmon, I just use him. And you will see why when you learn him. When you get him, Flygon, you will understand why I use that one over Growl with Guilmon. Like as soon as I unlock that form. So once you get that form, Flygon, I would recommend you get Growlmon to level 30. Yeah, level 30. Because that's when he gets his second alternate evolution path. Because all the main evolution champions, with the exception of Vmons, they get two Digivolutions. One at level 20 and one at level 30. Patamon is like the only exception. He gets three Digimons. Otherwise, everyone gets two Digivolutions per champion, or alternate evolutions. Alright, so let's go talk to the fishing guy. Because I have all champions, so I can afford to walk down here to the south. Hopefully I do not run into a Quailamon. Okay, there we go. You want to talk to this old man that's fishing to be able to get a fishing rod, or to start that side quest. And his name is Tai Kong Wan. I'm fisherman Tai Kong Wan. How about it? If you want to fish, you need a pole, string, and a hook. Then I'll make you a fishing pole. Yeah, that's literally all the fisherman says. You need a pole, string, and a fishing hook. Now, that's where some of the things come in. The bamboo sphere is the pole he's referring to. The string he's referring to is the spider web that you get from the Kugumon. And I'm not gonna fetch what's needed for the cook. To be able to make that fishing rod. It's a good thing Kotemon has such a high attack stat, where even if he doesn't have any techniques anymore, he can still just one-shot everything left to right. Alright, leaving Shell Beach. Because I've got to say, that's the name of the area with the fishing rod guy, Shell Beach. Which is south from Central Park. Like if you just go straight south from the bridge. Alright, time to do my first training of the playthrough. Because I'm level 5. Alright. I'm going to start with training the speed. With the 5 point. Yeah, get on with speed training Kotemon. Oh. Oh. Third. Ah, he fumbled on the last one. Well, if he would have succeeded at 4th one, I would have gotten an even bigger boost. Because getting 3 corrects in a row, and then getting the 4th one gives you a massive boost. Well, I still got 24 speed, so I'm still not complaining, because that's a big bump in speed. I had to train his spirit, because if not mistaken, he needs spirit to unlock one of his devolutions for them. I do like these little sprite animations after training. Oh wow, he got all of them. 31 spirit. Alright, now let's do some defense training. Come on, no, cut them on. Come on. We have to fail your first attempt at defense training. Oh, I've still got 16 defense. And then let's train strength, because why not? Oh, come on, Pokemon, you did so good in the spirit of speed training. There we go. 16 attack. Oh wow, I made him a perfectly balanced mixed attacker. I understand, Pygon. Oh wow. Mixed attacking Pokemon. What do you know? Alright, Dynamite's turn. Start with defense training and see how that goes. Alright, come on. I'm 2 for 2 with failing the first attempt in the defense. What the heck? There's 63 defense. I have to train the attack stat because it's gotta be important. Now I'm a Cubimo with no techniques. And come on! The hell? Really? Succeeding once? Really, Ramon? Really? That close. Oh, speed training. Oh, come on, Ramon. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, Ramon? What the heck? Guess we'll train more speed. The speed is still more important, because even if you may not have a high attack stat, acting twice still does more damage than just acting once with a lot of damage. Ah, at least that's something. There we go. 86 speed. Padamo's turn. You desperately need attack, my dude. You have 44 strength. Alright. Ah, Padamon. Thought you gotta go next to mine. Alright. Speed. There you go, Patamon. Come on. Beat the third one. No! Dang it. Oh well. Train. More attack, honestly. More attack. Really, Patamon? You have to fail that one. Maybe twice? You're kidding me. Okay, I guess I train more spirit next. Oh wow, Patamon doing actual yoga. Hey, that he succeeded with. Now for some reason, everyone wants to be a magic attacker in my playthrough. Don't know why, considering magic attack is inferior to physical attack, but whatever. Wait, can I do a card battle? I'm Natsumi, a happy high school student. Hey, let's card battle. I love it. Yes, now I can demonstrate card battles. Level 9 Flying Folder. I don't think the levels of the card painter matters at all. Alright, folder 1, 2, 3. Right now they are identical because I have not edited them. But otherwise, I could rename them and edit the deck if I want to. But for now, let's just do 2 because it doesn't matter. Now, in the first phase, you need to pick between 2 cards. And it's basically a coin flip if you get Calamon or Impmon. Because if you get Calamon, you act first. If you get Impmon, the opponent goes first. I just happen to draw Impmon. But it's a crapshoot every time, it's a 50-50. There, I drew 6 cards. Now since load phase, select and use a program card. The opponent passed because it doesn't have any cards. And if you look at my hand, I don't have any program cards either, because these program cards are specifically combat, because they say plus 10 HP, plus an attack power, and attack power is only relevant when you get to your battle phase, so I do not have any program cards I can use in this phase. So therefore, I have to say pass. Now let's select my Digimons. As you see in the lower screen, the white cube has 1 point, the blue has 0, green has 0, red has 1, and black has 0. Now, you see that there's no brown? Well, that's the gimmick of brown. Brown does not need any points. Brown cards can always be played no matter what. No matter if it's a champion, ultimate, mega, or rookie, it does not matter. A brown card can also be played because it always costs 0. While every other color is dependent on the level. Because as you see here, both the Kunemon and the Goemon cost 0 points because they're rookie levels. So as you see down there, the white cube did not get reduced. It's still at 1. Now, if I would have had a champion level, it would have been reduced to 0, the white cube, because I would have picked up 1 point. Because you get 1 point in these cubes for each color of that card that you draw. It does not matter if it's program or Digimon, it's just for every white card I draw, I get a point in the white cube. For every blue card, I get a blue point. Every green card gives me a green point, every red gives a red point, every black gives a black point. And brown doesn't matter because they don't collect any points. Alright, we go through our cards, and now the stats can be seen. Now, as you see there, my attack power is 17 and my HP is 14. Her attack power is 7 and HP 16, that means I win this match. The only way I could lose the match is if she used a program card that increased her attack power, because then it would be a draw, and then I would lose because the player always loses when it's a draw. Now, G can use this program card, which literally summons Patamon onto the field. Well, I'm not gonna do anything because I'm still gonna win the match despite Patamon being summoned. Yeah, Patamon gets summoned, she gets 1 extra point in attack power, 4 more HP. I still win the match because she would live with 3, and I would live with, what is it, 6. Yeah, I would live with 6 HP, so I still win the match. So I pass. And as you see, she also passed because whatever card she had in her hand, she didn't want to play. Or, well, the AI is not programmed to play. Because that's another thing. There is absolutely no luck involved when it comes to the AI. The AI will always draw the exact same cards every single time. No matter how many times you fight them, whatever cards they get in round 1, round 2, round 3 are always the same. The only way they'll draw different cards is if you get program cards that alter the deck, and where you can steal cards from their deck. That is the only way you can alter the cards the AI draws. Otherwise, the AI draws the exact same cards every single time. But you, the player, don't. So the player is at the mercy of RNG if you get good card or bad cards. The AI, they always get good cards. They always get the cards that they want. Always. Oh, I need, I'll be able to show off a combo, because I gotta summon the Borimon. Once again, I didn't have any program cards that were out of combat, so nothing I could do there. Gotta summon my Digimons. Since none of them are champions, I still keep all my points. Right. Now I actually have to use this card, Summon Borimon, because if I don't, I lose. Which the AI noticed and felt threatened. No wait, I don't understand the AI's behavior right now. It's actually gonna be a draw, now that I think about it. Because I have 5, the 3 Doborimons will give me 3 extra point HP, that's 8. The AI does 8 damage. It will be a draw, and the draw always goes in the AI's favor, so I do not understand why the AI is doing this. The AI can afford a draw every single time, I can't. What's AI doing? You're overkilling, you already won. You won this round, fair and square. Because I lucked out on bad cards. Now the text message pops up. It's a draw, so you, the challenger, lose. Which is a stupid excuse because the NPCs can never challenge you, so it's a dumb excuse to be like, oh, but you're the challenger, so you lose. But the NPCs don't move, they can't challenge you. What kind of bullcrap reason is that? Well, got good cards this time around. Still no cards I can use in the pre-battle phase. Now, I have 2 champion cards, Florisanov and Sandyanamon. So my red cubes are gonna go down by 2 points now. As you see, I click Florisanov, goes down to 6. I click Sandyanamon, it goes down to 5. So one has to be strategic about what level of Digimon you have in your deck to be able to build up as many points as possible. But since you're at the mercy of the RNG, you don't want to have too many weak cards in case you get screwed over and only draw weak cards and not any of your strong cards. Okay. Right now I'm totally going to win because I have 22 HP and D20 attack. Yeah, I'm still gonna win this round. I still win this round, even with this Patamon. Because I do 20, you live with 1 HP. You do 15, I survive with 7, I win. And then I got Booster 02A. Oh, I lost. That bites. I'll beat you next time. All things considered, that's actually a perfect tutorial match for me to showcase all the things that you can do in a match. Like I showcased how a draw looks like and how a combo looks. It was all in all not a bad one. And I'm gonna name these folders later as I get more cards. But right now, I'm just gonna do one singular change, and that is there. Now, the guy with the kicking boots, he said find him the Gabumon card and give it to him. Yet, you still have the Gabumon card in your folder. So he literally tells you fetch his card, and then he's satisfied with him just looking at it. You're like, oh, you found the Gabumon card. You can still keep it, but yeah, you found it. It's very weird you get to keep the Gabumon. Yeah, I'm gonna play Gabumon because, well, I can show. Floramon has 1-1 in her stats. Gabumon has 4-3. So Gabumon is way better than Floramon, because he has 3 times the amount of HP and 4 times the amount of attack power of Floramon. So it's just objectively better to put Gabumon over Floramon. Now, this guy, for some reason, he is an early area, but for some reason, to trigger any conversation with this guy, you need a lot of charisma points. You need charisma points rivaling that of endgame almost to be able to talk to this guy that is on the second screen of the first area. It's super weird why that one guy refuses to talk to you for so long. So yeah, most average people that play Digimon World 3 will never fight that guy because they would never reach the amount of stamina and charisma points needed to beat him, or when they do reach it, they forget all about it. So it's very weird that they would do that. Alright, so let's go fetch that fishing hook so I can get myself a fishing rod. And then make myself the Wind Prairie to talk to Vino. So many Betamons dead. Not a power card. These Betamon? Alright, my first level up on Dinohomon. Now as you see, Dinohomon leveled up, but Kotemon did not level up. And that's because each Digivolution have their own levels. And each Digivolution can get to level 99. Wholly independent from the partner. So I do not need to have Kotemon level 99 to get Dinohomon to level 99. If I wanted to, I could get a Dinohomon at level 99 with probably a level 20 something Kotemon. You wanna play cards? Gamer Lucia? That moves that kids like you have never seen. Just because we're old doesn't mean we're no good. Nope. Okay. Kind of sound like it would be a dialogue that would, but yeah, for some reason she doesn't. Alright, so to get the fishing hook, you need to go to Divermon's land. And, well, apparently you need to fight a Digimon as well, because I was giving instructions, but the game tried to give me an encounter, so I guess I have to include that in the tutorial. So you include that response like run into a random Betamon for some reason. And anyway, now that fight is over, you go to Diamond's Lake, you climb down this ladder, you walk around, talk to Divermon, and then he will say this. The pain! There's something stuck in my throat! Please take it out! Dot 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 dot! Thanks, that feels better! Oh, a red snapper was stuck? I don't need it, so you can have it. Later! And that red snapper is apparently the hook that you needed. So now you officially have all the ingredients to make a fishing rod. So now you need to go back to Shell Beach, talk to Tai Wong Khan, whatever his name was, Tai Kong Wang, something like that, his name. Talk to him again, and he makes you a fishing rod, and then you can start fishing. But fishing is, well, 9 times out of 10, the best way to grind. Just to go somewhere and start fishing. Because most Digimons that you encounter through fishing are on the stronger end. So therefore you just fish, beat up the strong Digimon several times, get the experience points, and then be able to move on. And the added benefit is that because the Digimon you find in fishing are stronger, they are also more likely to give you a guaranteed level up on your champion. Because as you've seen here, I've done like 6 battles and I've only gotten 1 level up for Dinohoma. Or well now, 2 level ups. But that's because the Digivolutions have a hidden counter for their experience points, which is dependent on the rookie's level and what Digimon you're currently fighting. So therefore, a stronger Digimon that's considered stronger than what your rookie level is would give a guaranteed level up to your Digivolution, as opposed to fighting weaker Digimon that you can kill in one hit. Because they would be considered too weak by your rookie's level standards, so they barely get any experience points. So therefore, even if it's easier to beat up a bunch of Kunamon in Central Park, it's better to fish, beat up the fish, even though it might take you like 3 hits to kill the fish. It's more worth it because you get more experience and you get a level up on the champion instead of being like, oh, beat up like, I don't know, 7 Kunamons just to get 1 level up on your champion. Because eventually, beating up 7 Kunamon is gonna add up. You're gonna get a level up on your rookie before you get a level up on your champion. So therefore, 9 times out of 10, fishing is the best way to grind. A bamboo spear, spiderweb, and red snapper. Wait a moment, I'll make you a fishing pole. I think I could pass the best fishing pole ever. But I can make the best fishing pole, not... Alright, I read it wrong, but I rectified it. Of course, it's only a matter of opinion. Use this fishing pole I made and you will catch big fishes. Wow. In the American version, there's a funny typo with this sentence that this fisherman says. Because in the American version of the game, instead of saying fishes, he instead says fish apostrophe S. Instead of saying fishes. So in the American version, it sounds as if he's talking about is the pole belongs to the fish instead of you use the pole to catch fish, which is a bit funny. Good luck catching the big fishes. Okay, here you go, boy. Well, thanks, Pops. Yeah, I got the fishing pole. Oh, well, good luck. And now I have a fishing pole. And now, on any body of water, I can start fishing. Digimon, can you please leave me alone? It felt like 5 of you almost in a row. Leave me alone. Otherwise, I'm better to call someone. Hey, what do you know? Kotemon level up level 6. But now that they're level 5, I'm now going to use one Digimon until they reach level 10. So, I'm not gonna swap out Kotemon. I'm gonna keep using Kotemon until it reaches level 10. And I'm going to fight Pheromon at level 8. So I don't know if I want to do level 8 Kotemon, or if I want to do level 8 Renamon for Pheromon. Because another thing to think about if one wants to maximize your level growth on your champions is... Oh wow, first time AI actually dodged my attack. It's also the first time the dodge animation happened in the game. It's bit unfair that the AI was the one to experience the first dodge and not me. But no matter. Anyway, what I was saying was, if you want to maximize your grinding sessions on your Digivolution partners, you should, well, try to do as little of the bosses as possible, because the boss might level up the champion, depending on when you fight them. However, since they give a lot of experience, they do also give a lot of points for the rookie Digimon in question. So, like, beating up one boss Digimon might cost you maybe 1 or 2 level ups on your champion Digimon that you could have gotten otherwise from beating up another Digimon that gave less experience but guaranteed a level up on your champion. But that's only if you are a min-maxer. If you don't want to min-max, then it doesn't matter. Then you can, just do whatever fight and fight a little bit whenever. Like, you don't feel at a high enough level to beat something, you just beat it up. But I like min-maxing when I play Digimon World 3, solely because I know the requirements needed for 3 secret Mega Digimons. And the sooner you can, or at least for me, I feel the sooner that I get all the requirements for the secret Digimon, the better. Because then I also maximize the amount of time I actively use them in the playthrough, instead of just being, oh yeah, I unlocked the secret Digivolution, oh, but now I'm at the final boss and beat the game, and only get to use it like one battle. Like, I'd rather have more story section with the secret Digimons. Anyway, here is Vmon. If you're in Wind Prairie, you just go, from Serious City, you go south a little bit and then go east, and almost exiting Wind Prairie not from Divermo's Lake, you see V. After, getting kicking boots, talking to the maid in that bar. You want to play? Then what do we play? Whoa, Vmon, I want the tree boots. Tree boots? Oh, the boots for kicking trees. Yeah, sure, but only if you play with me. Sure thing. What are we going to play? I'll go hide in the kicking forest and you have to find me. If you can find me, I'll give you the tree boots. You lose if you leave the forest without finding me. And if you leave the kicking forest, I'm gonna go home to eat. Okay, I'm gonna find you. It won't be that easy. Count to 10 and come to the forest. And there Vimon walks up. Okay, counting to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Was that too fast? Mochimon is not in this game, sadly. Sadly, there is no Mochimon in Digimon World 3. Not even Demi-Vmon, just regular Vmon, no Demi-Vmon. I will DM you that, Fairy, what that would be in that language. Since I preferably don't want to reveal where I am now as a streamer on Twitch. Like, at least not now. Like, maybe I can do it later, but I don't feel like doing it at this early on in it, so I will just DM you it later, Fairy, with how you say those. It's alright, you didn't know, so it's okay. Oh well, okay, let's go find him. Okay, the game decided to lag for a little bit there. Dude. Probably something with the forest area. Okay, I'm gonna find Vmon and get the tree boots. I have to be careful not to go outside of Kicking Forest. I'm not even sure if mods can delete their own message. At least I've not seen that option when I'm on Twitch so you can delete your message. Alright. Now, for most people, you will be walking around endlessly in Kicking Forest to find them. But apparently, Vmon is just simply in like this tree. This tree right there, that is where Vmon is. So it's easy to find them if one knows where to find them. Otherwise, you're gonna walk around forever trying to interact with the trees to find Vmon. But this tile right there, that's where Vmon is. Oops, you found me. Oops, you found me. Okay, I'll give you the tree boots like I promised. For some reason, he cannot give you the trees when you're in Kicking Forest. He has to do it in Wind Prairie. Hey, you're alright. I'm a bit impressed. Here, take the tree boots. Cool, thanks, Vmon. Yeah, I got the tree boots. Good for you. Okay, I'm going home to eat. Let's play again sometime. Later. And then you never see Vmon again. No, I'm serious. The game says like, oh, let's play again. That Vmon with the kicking boots, you never see him again. That's like the only time you interact with him to get the kicking boots. Then as soon as you're out of kicking boots, you get the kicking boots, you no longer get to do anything. With that particular Vmon, at least. I think I want to... Okay, that was a bit rude. Hey, wood mom. Something that makes sense to find in a place called Kicking Forest. A sentient piece of wood. It would be weird if you couldn't find woodmon in this place. Considering the name of the area being Kicking Forest. I hope next stream that I'll be more lucky and get more dodges, because this is ridiculous. Not get a single dodge. Rule 5. Learn technique, keep cover. So now I can do stuff without pressing fight. Okay, you can kick trees. There we go. That's what happens. You just approach a tree when you have the kicking boots, press the X button, and then you kick it. And then you see a little screen popping up with a color. Dark purple, like it is now, means that I am nowhere near where you would find a Cardmon, or a different Digimon that is not Cardmon. So let's see if I can find a tree that is closer, because they have 3 different color designations. Nope. Alright, still not near apparently. Alright, let's continue onwards. First, I need to beat up a Gisamon. Not to be confused with Yazimon, who has a similar spelling or similar sounding name. Please, can I get one dodge? Come on. There, did. Wonder if Gisamon will be Time Stranger. Because they usually use Gisamon for some reason to get Dark Tyrannomon, Cyclonemon, Tuskmon, and whatnot. Alright. Still not? Come on. Let me have a great game. Let me be near. Okay, no, okay. Here? No. Dude. I'm trying to demonstrate how the kicking works, but you're not being... What? There we go. Green is when you are getting warmer. You're not quite there, but you're getting warmer. Okay, it didn't show it, but if you are very close, it would be pink. It would be signaling pink if you were to be really close. So those are the 3 indicators for kicking trees. Purple, green, pink. And here's a Cardmon, as you see. Let's see if I'm strong enough to beat up Cardmon, or if I'm not. Right, I kill him in like 3 hits. Ultimo Man. We need to work on your dodging skills. Okay, I 2-shot it. Good. And Ultimo leveled up as well. 87 bits, and then as you see, for beating up that Cardmon, I got booster 3B. So that is another way to get booster packs, other than beating up other tamers in card packs. It's by kicking trees, or fishing and beating up Cardmon. You should die easily, Digimon. Yeah, because I'm using a fire skill and you're off land. And yes, all the enemy Digimons have their own specific set of elemental weaknesses and resistances. Like for example, a machine type Digimon would have a high machine tolerance. So if you would use an attack with machine attribute, it would do a little bit of damage to machine Digimon. However, if you were to use something that's water attributed, you would do a lot of damage to machine Digimon. So some of them have logical weaknesses, others have odd ones. Like, for example, all the bug Digimon, or most bug Digimons, are weak to wind for some reason. Not sure why they're weak to wind, but they just are. Even though one would think fire would be the weakness for an insect, other and not wind, but that's what they want to go with. Alright, Tyranno Valley. What will I encounter first? An air drama. Not really a dinosaur, but alright, he has a skull face, so I guess it makes sense with Airdrome being in Tyranno Valley. Alright, so I kill him in 3 hits. How much damage does he do? 67. Alright, so I can live this combat without problem. Guess I'm not gonna die here. I will live with 64 HP. There we go. 29 experience and 70 bits. Yeah, the Airdromon gives the same amount of bits as a Cardmon. Yeah, one card charge will be sufficient. And I think I'm getting like a third of the way done to the amount of money that I need to buy that super strong card. So I'm at least reaching one goal with the bits, which is good. Alright, I was hoping I would encounter something else, like a dinosaur, but alright, I guess I'll just run into Airdromon, I guess. I wanted to see at least one dinosaur before I end the stream. Because dinosaurs are cool. So please, Airdromon, make way for your friends, the dinosaurs. And down with the Airdromon. Will the next encounter please be a dinosaur? Pretty please with lots of toppings. Okay, so yeah, I remember correctly, there's no hidden items. Alright. This is where Master Tyrannomon is, that the Savior Leader wants me to beat. However, I'm not gonna talk to him yet, because you have to be like level 8 to be able to fight him comfortably without it being a too difficult of a boss. And preferably, if you choose the pack that has Renamon, you wanna get Cubimon to learn Ice Blow, because Master Tyrannomon is weak to ice. But that only applies if you chose like the Balance or Powerful pack. If you chose Maniac pack, then you just have to, attempt it at level 8 and just power through with like Grismon and Growlmon's high attack power. Since he has a fairly high wind resistance, if I'm not mistaken. So Patamon will not do a lot of damage with his air techniques. Oh yeah, Kiwi Bird. Neat. Now be gone. No more Kiwi Bird. And the Kiwi Bird didn't even get me to level 10, huh? That's rude. I wanted to have a level 10 Dinohomon. Let's try to kick one. Let's beat up one more Cardmon before I prepare to end stream. Since we're getting closer to the 4-hour mark. Come on. Move by the other trees are lonely. The heck? Stupid Cardmon, are you here? No? Oh. These trees? Okay, you want one of them. Alright. I see you, Cardmon, I see you. Yeah, Pokemon does not know how to dodge anything for this. Oh wait, I can actually show this off. First, now you see my strength is purple. Well, that's because Cardmon has a chance of cursing your stats when he does his normal attack. And what curse does is that it lowers your stat. And the only way to remove the curse is by healing at the end. That is the only way to do it. You cannot use any items to get rid of the curse. So if you get cursed by Cardmon too much, you will become weaker. There you go, Frost Cutter. That's also a solution for Master Tyrannomon. So I might just beat up Master Tyrannomon next stream. Maybe. Depending on my mood. If I feel like just grinding, or if I feel like beating up Master Tyrannomon like I normally don't. Alright, level 8. Yeah, I do not have time to beat up Master Tyrannomon now. As we're at the 4-hour mark, I do not have time to beat up Master Tyrannomon now. But at least I am prepared. Like I'm at the level where I can attempt him. Like it's better to do a higher level, but at least I believe 8 is like the minimum required level to beat Master Tyrannomon. And I am level 8, so. Alright, Gatomon, get rid of this terrible curse that the Cardmon put on my Kotemon. Alright, let's open the booster packs I got. Just might as well do that. Open booster pack. 2A, the one I got from the girl in Central Park. Patamon got Summon Devimon, green remove, subtract 2 points from opponent's green S energy. Agudamon and Crabmon. These type of cards, like green remove, they are more useful later game, like midpoint of the game, that's when they become helpful. Because at this point, everyone you do card battles with just has rookie Digimons, and rookie Digimons don't count any points, so it doesn't matter if you subtract any green points, they get to play their green cards. But to late point, then they are helpful, those cards, because that's when the opponents start using high-level Digimons as well, so then you can severely limit them by using this one. Okay, 1B, which I'm guessing is the one I got from the Cardmon in Twin Prey. Ooh, a Renamon, a Gyomon, a Devimon, a Salamon, a Siakomon, and a Muchomon. And from the Cardmon in Kicking Forest, Tentomon, Tortomon, Elecmon, Penguinmon, Yanmamon, and another Tortomon. Alright, I've got some good cards that I will put in next time. I'm definitely gonna put in like the Devimons, the Gyomon, and the Renamon. And of course the Tortomons. Because champion cards are still something you can play even early game because they only cost like 1 point. And as long as you just summon them, you get 1 point. Now, I will show you how the evolution chart looks like. Because I didn't have anything in the evolution chart before, but I can now show it. There, that's how it looks like. it starts filling up the digital illusions you unlock. And then they have like a flavor text, which is mostly either just flavor text or it's just about how they fight. Like the Nohomon, they go, can heal and has many sword moves. Digimon, powerful ice and thunder attacks. Patamon, or Angemon, high defense and good at healing. There you go. Alright, Gardramon. I'm here to save in the Matrix Drive. Because it's about time that I prepare to end stream. While we enjoy this little elevator-esque music that they have for save screen, which is very soothing music, which is fitting for save screens, because they should have this type of music. So alright, even though I've gone on for 4 hours, my playtime is only 2 hours 24 minutes because of that one game over I got at the start of stream. So yeah, because of that game over, I have half the time on my game played compared to the amount of time I streamed. Alright, now save the game. So there, I wanna thank you all for coming to stream.